Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Red Pearls of Borneo. So this is a deduction type game made by the same person as with What Happened to the Crew, which we played a little while back. I don't remember. Was it January? Was it was it December? I don't remember. It happened a little bit ago. I guess before we get started, even though we're in like this really epic looking like a professional looking full screen, we can read the summary to see what this is about. All right, so colonial noir mystery. The Red Pearls of Borneo is an atmospheric deduction game inspired by Type Help, Return of the Obra Dinn, and The Case of the Golden Idol. All games we played on stream, although I think only Type Help has anything on YouTube right now. You are a clairvoyant investigator in 1948 London, exploring the psychic echoes of a tragedy that occurred 8 years prior on a remote plantation in Borneo. I guess that's what makes it colonial, the plantation part. Where is Borneo? I don't know where Borneo is. Your tools are simple: a box of old photographs, a scrapbook of documents, and your unique ability to step into the past. All right, so let's skip this stuff, but let's read this part of the story. London, 1948. Jeremiah Goodwill's tobacco plantation was supposed to be a paradise. For who? But on the night of December 16th, 1941, as the Japanese Imperial Navy loomed on the horizon, the estate fell into chaos. In 1941? Is that colonial era? Sort through the lies, reveal the faces of the strangers, discover what truly happened in the Goodwill estate that fateful night. Can you piece together the truth before the memories fade? Ooh, mysterious. I don't know if this game has any. Oh, by the way. Red Pearls. Let's drop a link in the Twitch chat in case anyone wants to play it. Link to the game here. Alright, why can I not pin it from this chat? Alright, let's just pin it. Pinny pin. Why can I not pin my own message? What do you mean? Hello? Alright, whatever. Twitch, you're being stupid. Alright. Why not pinnable? How to pin message? Pin. Slash pin. Is there a slash pin? Okay, well, okay, let's try it again. Slash pin. This, like this. There we go. Manual input at end of stream. Yay. Thank you. Why was that so hard? Alright. I don't know if this game has any, like, music or anything. So I do have a YouTube video in the background prepared in case we need to put any background music, or else, like, otherwise it might get, like, super boring. I thought I was hearing, like, background audio, but no, it was the rain. It's the rain outside. It's raining outside. Alright, so there's probably not going to be any music. So we are going to turn this on. Some nice little paranormal site music. Hey Mario, how's it going? Is this too loud? I don't know.
Paper Mario 141.
Okay, but I think it could be better. That song from Paranormal Site for 10 hours. Oops, alright. So let's start. What happened in Borneo? Top secret. Alright. 12th April 1948, London. Dear Ms. Delphine. I guess we're playing as Ms. Delphine. I trust... Oh, it's London. I trust this correspondence finds you in good health, and that the spring air is proving a welcome relief after the winter's chill. Wait. Maybe they're from the U.S. Maybe this message is from the U.S. Goodwill Plantation. Where? I don't know where this, like, this is being sent to Ms. Delphine. But maybe they're not. I don't know. We'll go with this accent for now. I was given your name by a mutual acquaintance in Oxford, who spoke with great conviction of your unique gifts. He assured me that where the conventional authorities reach their limit, your investigation begins. It is that hope, perhaps a desperate one, that compels me to write to you today. They told me it was the war, that my father, my sister Loon, that they were just casualties of the occupation. But I know better now. They were gone long before. I mean, okay, this has got to be like Pacific somewhere. If it's if it's about Japan, because Japan isn't doing anything in the Atlantic, so I don't know. Were they doing anything in the Atlantic? I don't know. They were gone long before the Japanese landed. I was stuck here in London during the Blitz, unable to reach them. My father, Jeremiah, had been running the Goodwill Tobacco Plantation in North Borneo for decades. It was our paradise. Now they say it's a graveyard. I've spent every penny of my inheritance chasing ghosts. Letters to the Colonial Office, bribes to sailors. And this is all I have. A box of scraps, and a cave, a map, some photos. You are a sensitive, I am told. That's what they call you people. Please, I need to know what happened to them. Access the memories attached to these items. Find the truth. Enclosed are the few photos I managed to recover. These, plus 7 others. The only thing I know for sure is what little the Colonial Office told me. Jeremiah Goodwill was alone in the study at 4 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, 16th December 1941. When he placed a telephone call to the local authorities regarding the arrival of an unannounced and unexpected guest. Please help me put them to rest. J. Goodwill, Jr. Okay, let's begin the investigation. Alright, so this is Delphine. She's from London, so she probably has an actual British accent. We're not just making one up. I have a map of the plantation so far, and I'm only aware of the studious location so far. I've been provided with photos of everyone who was known to be present on the premises at the time. But I only have the name of my benefactor's father and sister. I will need to figure out the names of the other guests before I can start being able to connect with them. Right, let's go to the study and see what we can find. Alright, so we got an inventory, we got guests. Jeremiah Goodwill, Loon Goodwill, some folks. Close file. We got some guests. Oh wait, we got some inventory. Investigator's dossier. This is wait. The air. What was where did that come from? The air is thick with tension and he went. Where's that? Is that an error? Is that just an error? No notes, no items, transcripts from the thing we just read. Glossary. Alright, so this is backstory, presumably. Alright, the British in the north and the Dutch in the south. I don't know. I still don't know where Borneo is, but presumably it is somewhere in the Dutch East Indies. Really? I mean, it seems like it's near India. I don't know my geography. I'm sorry. All right, let's go to the study. Oh, that was a weird animation. I can feel the essence of the study as I focus on it. It's nearly as if I'm in the room. The feeling is impossible to describe, and many think it's not real and just a parlor trick. I don't blame them. There's a specific feel to old rooms. The objects that form the essence of the space become part of the room. Items that remain in that space long enough become anchored to the space itself. Delphine can focus on these items, like the telephone here, provided the owner has been identified and their aura is locked onto the object. You can go to the phone on the item screen in the inventory and attune it by attributing the correct owner to it. Alright. Heavy teak furniture and the smell of stale smoke fills the air. A rotary phone is on the desk. Collected the rotary phone. Alright. I know that Jeremiah was alone at 4 p.m. in the study. If I focus hard enough on Jeremiah, I might be able to see an echo of what happened there. Set the timeline to 14, or I keep saying 14. 4 p.m. I keep trying to mix 1600 and 4 p.m. and it's coming out as 14. And place Jeremiah's photo into focus. Alright, so 4 o'clock. 1600? There's two different, there's only one 1600. Wait. Yeah, there's two 1500s, but... Focus. Oh, we collected a, what's it called? An echo, I guess. It's just an echo. Alright, let's click the stuff. Lucas Sterling, Boathouse, Hanan, Library. Alright. Jeremiah Goodwill is hunched over a rotary phone, speaking to the receiver.
District Officer, this is Jeremiah Goodwill at the Goodwill Plantation. I want to log an unexpected visitor, Mr. Lucas Sterling, who moored his craft at the boathouse. He claims to be the solitary survivor of a pirate outrage on the coast. Would you be so good as to notify the constabulary?
Okay. Two strangers. I have the photos and other names. I need to remember the indigenous people to Borneo often do not have a surname, so I should be able to identify Kanan with just his first name. Alright. If Delphine can figure out who they are based on context, she can assign a name to their file in the guest case file. Alright.
Furthermore, I should like to inquire if there have been any reports regarding Royal Navy vessels currently unaccounted for in these waters. The chap's story is fishy. Very fishy indeed. The survivor strikes me as a young pup, altogether too cheeky for my liking. My head of security, Kanan, is keeping a close eye on him. I don't care for his manner one bit.
What is this guy?
He may well be the victim he claims, but for all I know, he's a common scoundrel or a pirate scout. I shall ring again by first light. I expect you to have particulars by then. Much obliged.
Jeremiah Goodwill puts down the phone. Someone knocked on the door.
Chew and Bone is waiting for you in the library.
If someone is in the edges of the space during the event, I do not need to know who they are. They will simply just remain as ghostly forms in the shadows. So we don't know or care who this person is. Alright. So we got the names of Lucas Sterling, who moored his raft in the boathouse. So somewhere around 1500 probably. Furthermore, I would like to inquire if there have been any reports regarding our Royal Navy vessels. Head of Security, Kanan. Alright. So, go back at the map. What is this? Oh, there's music. I just realized. Alright, let me turn off, oops. Turn off this. We had multiple tracks playing at the same time. Danger zone. What is this? Oh, close choice. What is it? I don't know what that is. I just clicked it. Where's my full screen button? There it is. All right. What is this? All right. So there's a boathouse. A sagging structure of basalt bleached wood. Inside, tattered fishing nets hang from the rafters. All right. I don't have everything I need to uncover echoes here yet. I need to go through the guest list and figure out who some of them are. Alright, let's go to the guest list. We don't really have any images of people. So head of security is, they say it's a native person. I couldn't rightly tell you which of these people would are expected to look native for Borneo. Hey Splats, how's it going? Stacks of yellowing Straits Times newspapers sit piled beside heavy leather-bound ledgers and botanical journals. All right. Wait, I can look at the transcript. Anchored memories, no. Notes, documents, items. The telephone has some strong energy. I can feel it being used quite clearly at 2 a.m. by a man with a Bornean accent. Now that Delphine has aura attached to the telephone, she can feel whoever is using it at any time, but she is only able to hear and feel the person using or holding the item and not anyone else in the room. 2 a.m. Alright, so that's the timeline. Now that Delphine has aura attached to the cell phone, she can feel whoever is using it at any time. But she is only able to hear and feel the person who is using or holding in the... Okay. So if we go, what, 2 a.m. somewhere, we can focus on this. There is a Jiro in the room alongside Kanan. I should come back here once I figured out who he is to see his side of the conversation. Alright, so this happened at 2 a.m. Offended by all the Straits and their times. Alright, a stranger enters. You see? I don't know who to turn to. I don't know who to trust. Stop worrying, Jiro. I'll take care of it. Speaks in a language I don't understand. Continues speaking. A stranger puts the phone down. They're on their way. You should go. Little Mem is stronger than you think. Mem is a specific title for the lady of the house. I gather that Little Mem is an affectionate term used by the servants to refer to Loon. Alright. Is stronger than you think, and she has us. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Forget her. It's 2 in the morning. Just go to bed and don't let anyone see you. I'll wait for the reinforcements here. You go. Alright, so it seems like someone was like a spy, maybe? Alright. Alright, so Kanan is keeping a close eye on him. I don't care for his manner one bit. 2 and Bone is waiting for you in the library. Alright, so, well, I can't put him in the library. Right, oh, there, no, wait, what? Why do names... Oh, it's because he's not here anymore because we know where he was at a different hour. Alright, good. Good to know. Residence is distorted. Your reconstruction is incorrect. Oh, I can click more than one. Alright, so we select who's, like, everyone who's in there. Alright, good to know. So... I don't know who's supposed to look like what. Like, are you Kanan? I guess it is. I guess that is Kanan. Alright, Kanan is keeping a close eye on him in the boathouse. No. Alright, study at 2 p.m. Or at 4 p.m. Delphine should channel Google Translates. Let's see, oops. Constabulary. Alright, so we don't know who Lucas Sterling is. Or, like, what he looks like. But we know he has a name. I want to log an unexpected visitor, he says. Alright, maybe we'll just guess that this guy... Like, this guy got, like, a little photo. So we'll guess that this guy is Lucas... whatever his name is. Yeah, okay. If Delphine selects Lucas and Kanan and focuses at 3 o'clock, or 3 p.m., she should uncover this echo of the interaction. Alright, well, this is just telling me. Alright. I see someone pulling a small raft onto the dock. He seems like a preen and proper young man, but his uniform is tattered and soaked with blood and mud. It's Lucas Sterling. He's looking exhausted. Kanan's large frame is blocking his path, hand on his sheathed sword.
Halt! Not another step. Who are you? What are you doing here? My good man, 1 minute. Just let me explain. Can I talk to your master? This is a British plantation, am I correct? I could tell from a distance when I saw the steam engine and the unmistakable croquet lawn.
Take a nap, Lucas.
You have to respect a nation that will doggedly try to recreate the English lawn in the jungle, and a damn fine job they did, I might add. Feels like a home away from home.
Lucas Sterling has managed to get on shore and is now close to Kanan, trying to charm his way into the house, but I'm not sure Kanan is buying it.
I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm just seeking asylum for the night. My ship was attacked by pirates just off the coast. I managed to hide behind the piracy grill in the officer cabin, but the rest of my crew, they were all massacred.
He's so sus. The threat of pirate hijack was so common that steamships in the 1920s were equipped with piracy grills, heavy iron bars and gates that separated the bridge and first-class quarters from the rest of the ship, essentially turning the officers' area into a fortress.
I'm with the British government. We were carrying a cargo of chandu, but the pirates took everything.
Chandu is refined opium boiled and fermented into a treacle-like paste. It was a government monopoly in many colonies.
You are far too young to be an officer on a Royal Navy ship. Why would they put someone your age in charge? And if you were not, how did you manage to get behind the grill, but not the actual officers?
Kanan gets really close to Lucas Sterling, his hand tight on the hilt of his sword.
And it's mighty suspicious. You're the only one left alive. You are going to turn back? Jump on the raft and take me to the boat. I'm going to check the veracity of your story. There's no need for that. There's nothing there but the gruesome sight of my dead crewmates, I tell you.
He's so sus. Lucas Sterling is being remarkably evasive. There's something more to his story. I best make a note of this. I'll come back to it later. A woman's scream can be heard in the background. It's coming from an observation deck perched on the edge of the cliff, overlooking the South China Sea. The sound distracts Kanan long enough to stop the line of questioning dead in its tracks. A young woman intervenes, getting in between the two men. No points for guessing that it's Loon Goodwill looking giddy. Alright, so that's all three of you. Oh, stop it, Kanan! Father will want to see him. Let him come through. Loon Goodwill rushes to meet Lucas Sterling, holding out her hand for a handshake. Oh, don't mind him. My name is Loon Goodwill. What's your name?
Well, my name's Lucas Sterling. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, young lady.
Oh, come with me to the veranda to meet everyone. My mother, Teresa. Mother Teresa is already there, having her first sundowner. What's a sundowner? My research says that a sundowner is a local colloquialism for an evening drink taken when the sun is setting to mark the transition from the heat of the day to the cool of the evening. My father was there too just now, but he rushed off to the study. To tell on you, I'm sure. He can be so paranoid. He'll be back by 6 for his sundowner. To tell on you.
Miss Goodwill, I don't mean to be rude, but I just experienced the most traumatic moment of my life. Could you point me to somewhere I can freshen up and get some clean clothes first? If it's not too much to ask.
Oh my, where are my manners? Of course, Mr. Sterling, come with me. I'll show you to the guest house. Come on, could you tell Aisha to come to the guest house with a fresh guest towels for Mr. Lucas? Yours is in the kitchen, thank you. Kanan bows. He may not approve, but he respects the young woman. Of course, little ma'am. I will go warn Tuan Besar, first of our guests, and then I will send for her. In these officials, Tuan is a standard address for officials. In these plantations. I don't know if I said that weird earlier. Tuan Besar, or the Big Master, is the head manager in charge of the entire estate. In this case, Kanan is referring to Jeremiah Goodwill. Loon Goodwill smiles and focuses her attention back to Lucas Sterling. Come, let's go. Alright, so... we don't know Asia yet, but... I mean, I guess we can take a stab. Alright, it's one of these two? Alright, so this is probably Teresa Goodwill. No? Oh, it's not? Who are you then? Where's Mom? Right? Maybe she doesn't go by her husband's last name. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. Are you Asia? Yes, you are. So, kitchen. Located in a separate outbuilding to keep the furnace heat of the wood-burning rage away from the main house, it is a place of soot-stained rafters and red-tiled floors. Maybe a mistress, in fact. Could be. Here, we have Loon and Isha. Okay, it's not this. That's not correct. There's more people here. Is Jeremiah not there? No. Okay, there's more people here that we're not missing. Oh no, it was over here. All right. So, Isha Kanan. Yeah, okay, Isha Kanan. All right. The kitchen is a furnace of damp heat. The scent of pounded lemongrass and burnt coconut hangs heavy in the rafters. Asia's working a stone mortar and pestle. Pestle? Her face slick with perspiration. Kanan storms in.
The little ma'am wants you at the guest house. Fresh towels for the new arrival.
I am busy. Why do you not ask one of the other girls?
Because she asked for you by name.
Ma'am McIntyre ordered a tray of small chops for the veranda. I don't have time for your demands, so... that's probably, Teresa's last name then, McIntyre. Small chops is a local term for snacks to serve with Small chops is a local term for snacks to serve with sundowners. They're designed to be salty and pungent to stimulate the palate and encourage drinking.
She cannot tell you what to do. She hasn't been the true mistress of this estate in years, whether she fancies it or not. Besides, the Jinn will have taken its usual hold soon enough, like every evening.
We shall see.
Just do as you're told for once.
Asia slams her knife on the table and turns around to face Kanan. Stop acting like this. I can't leave with you. Your plan is foolish and I do not love you. Can you please understand? I shall carve out my own luck.
Just meet me at the workers' quarters when you're done.
Kanan turned and marched out, slamming the door. Asia waits a beat, then wipes her hands. She opens a cupboard and pulls out a stack of fresh towels and a set of white clothes. She heads out toward the guest house. Alright. So guest house. Here. Asia, Lucas, and Loon? No. Nothing happened at this hour. Oh, what? Oh, this hour. No. Is Kanan there too? No. Alright, whatever. We're gonna solve this first. So are you Teresa McIntyre? Yes. Alright. Oh. Where was everyone? Everyone was in the boathouse. The butt house. Alright. Come with me to the veranda to meet everyone. Oh, no. Alright, I'll go warn Tuan Basar first of our guest, and I will send for her. Let's see. Alright, guest house here at 1700. Let's try that. There we go. Loon Goodwill is escorting Lucas Sterling to the guest house. Hold on, I got. Ooh, work ping. They always ping. Always ping when I want. Just give me all back. Okay. The guest house is on the right here. Oh, the guest house is on the right here, just past the wash house. Lucas Sterling stops. Can I use the wash house now? Actually, quickly. Is there water? Oh yes, we always have water. Follow me. Do you not want to wait for Asia to come with fresh towels first? I just really need to get cleaned up. In this heat, I will dry very quickly. Oh, but you must wait for the towels. I shall be quite alright. Is this it? Loon Goodwill nods. Lucas Sterling opens the door and steps inside. He takes off his tattered uniform and just holds on to a pouch that he was hiding under his jacket. Lucas Sterling grabs a gayung. A gayung is a traditional plastic or metal ladle used for scooping water from a jar or bucket for bathing. From the Shanghai jar. Large ceramic Shanghai jars are commonly used in colonial houses to store cool water for bathing in the tropical heat. And pours it over his hair, face, and body, a look of pure satisfaction on his face. He scrubs away the mud and blood for quite a while. When he finally stops, he just stands there for a minute, then looks down at his right hand. It's trembling uncontrollably. Lucas Sterling starts to sob quietly. Lucas, compose yourself, man. It's over. You made it. You're safe. He looks around the small room. The floor is made of stones to prevent wood from rotting. The floor is sloped toward a drain that leads out to the garden. He jumps as he hears Asia arrive. He stays still for a minute, listening to Loon and Asia's conversation, and waits for Asia to leave before he resumes his search. Lucas Sterling notices a loose stone on the floor. He pries it up and hides the pouch underneath it before replacing it. From outside the door. Have the towels and some clean clothes. It's starched whites. I hope that's all right. It's all the men wear here. It's not as fancy as what you're used to, I'm sure. Can I pry the door open and hand them to you? Starched whites. Yeah, I don't care. Lucas Sterling lets his hands out of the door, and Loon Goodwill places the towels and clothes on them. I hope they fit. They belong to a younger cousin of my father who died from the fever. Blackwater fever. Okay. He was about your height, I reckon. Oh, don't worry, the clothes are clean. Loon Goodwill is waiting patiently for Lucas Sterling to finish drying himself. My father's... my father... Where'd that come from? My parents divorced a year ago. My mother has been... Well, you'll see soon. She's a lovely woman. She was the most beautiful woman in the whole of Sabah when she was younger. But the sun took its toll over the years. My parents divorced and my father remarried within weeks. My mother drinks a lot now. But she's lovely, you'll see. And I have a brother in London. He left a boarding school when I was a baby. And I think you know that, but I think you know that already, don't you? Lucas Sterling comes out of the wash house, looking at Loon Goodwill with curiosity. I don't know what you're talking about. Bosh! You know exactly what I'm talking about. Loon Goodwill gives him a knowing look as if expecting him to confirm this fact. No, thank you for the clothes. They fit very well. I don't know how to thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad you like them. Come now. Let's go meet the others. Dinner will be ready soon. You must be hungry. They make their way to the veranda. Alright. So veranda at 1600. That should be everyone, right? In the veranda. Loon Goodwill and Lucas Sterling arrive at the veranda. Teresa McIntyre is still nursing her drink. Mother, look who it is. Mr. Sterling is all cleaned up. Doesn't he look smart? He certainly cleans up well. A vast improvement over the bloody mess that arrived on our doorstep. You're too kind, Mrs. Please, call me Teresa. There's no Mrs. here, just an ex-Mrs. As you wish, Teresa. If I may ask, who exactly is on the plantation at the moment? It feels busy. Oh, it's a veritable circus. Let's see. Our neighbor's here, Dieter von Gutron. I don't know why he's... What? That was weird. Why didn't it collect it properly? Dieter von Gutron. I don't know why he's always here. Then there's Edward. His Russian girlfriend, Vitalina. They're old family friends. Hello? Click it. Bone is practically an uncle to Loon. Sorry, Bone? His name is Edward. We call him Bone affectionately. There's no malice behind the name. Then there's Rose, Jeremiah's new wife. Oh, and Cynthia's here too. She's Jeremiah's personal lady solicitor, ostensibly here for legal and financial discussions. But then again, Rose was the nanny, so we never know with Jeremiah. That's quite a gathering. Oh, and we can't forget the help. There's Jiro. He handles all the maintenance around the estate. He taught me how to fish. Jeremiah's hussy. Indeed. You've met Kanan, our head of security. A ray of sunshine, isn't he? And Asia runs the household staff. So the prodigal stranger is making himself at home, I see. Kanan tells me you claim to be a government agent. Mr. Goodwill, I wouldn't say that. I didn't actually say who I was. Kanan just assumed and... No, you said you're a government agent. You literally said that. Or you said you're an officer. Or, like, you know, hired by London, whatever. A loud bang echoes from the direction of the clubhouse. The floorboards vibrate. What in God's name was that? I think it came from the clubhouse. That sounds like quite an explosion. Mr. Goodwill, you lead the way. Wait for me, please. No, Loon, it's too dangerous. You stay here with Teresa. We'll be right back. Why are you taking charge all of a sudden, Lucas Sterling? Where's Kanon? I would have expected him to have run over here to check on us. Maybe he's already at the clubhouse. You're probably right.
I will need to put my trust in you right now, Mr. Sterling. But no, this isn't over. We will resume our little chat soon.
As the two men run out, I can see two other women enter into the veranda from the back. All right, so we do have some names. The ex-house guest, or ex-nanny, I guess. Rose, do you have a name? I don't know. We also have neighbors. Are you Jiro? Jiro actually has a last name, apparently, so... Alright, so are you Dieter von Guttrum? You are. And Dieter has a wife. I don't know if we have a photo of her yet. Vitalina or Cynthia? And we don't have any names for them yet. Alright. I mean, it could be her instead. Alright, nope. And we also have there's an Edward, but we don't have... we don't have a last name for him yet. Alright, so it was at the clubhouse, right? So clubhouse, we go with you, and you. Oh, someone else missing? Maybe Kanan isn't there. There are a lot of names here. So the new wife is named Rose. Which one is Rose, I guess? Are you Rose Goodwill? Is that your name? No. Are you Rose Goodwill? No. I guess we just didn't have a photo of her yet then. How do we get photos of her? Alright, we do have this. So let's link this pouch to Lucas Sterling. Does it? I guess we don't know where it was stored at yet. Like if I go to the goat house with the pouch, and we focus on it, what happens? Oh. I guess it doesn't matter right now. Alright, so if we go to... Oh, you see, no one's at the... Yeah, it's not there at the clubhouse. He doesn't have it right now, so... So, if we just focus on this... Alright, nothing happened at this hour, it says, so... Alright, I'm a little, I'm not sure what we're doing right now. 2-1 Bone is... Okay, so Edward Bone... We don't know what Edward looks like. We don't know what his last name is. Because it's clearly not Bone. Bone is not something there. So it's 1700. I don't know if I checked the right time. 1700 at the clubhouse? Or no, 7 p.m. at the clubhouse. So it's really not... It's not you three. Alright. Was there someone else there? A row of low-slung timber barracks where the coolies and houseboys seek a restless sleep. The air is thick with the scent of cheap tobacco. Alright, So there was mention of the worker's house in the kitchen. No, I don't want to select it. I want to just scroll. Just meet at the workers' quarters when you're done. All right. So, guest house was at the same time. So, workers' quarters must be here. Asia, please listen to me one last time. We leave at first light. Oh, wait. Yeah. In the shadow of the quarters, Kanan grabs Asia's arm as she tries to pass. All right. I'm listening. So nothing from you, Kanan. I have work to do. The Japanese are coming, not maybe, not soon. They are here. The fishermen in the bay, they were scouts. They told me everything. They have plans for this place, for the Tuans. Everyone who stays will be slaughtered, but we are invisible to them. If we go now, we live. I love you, Aisha. I'll not see you butchered for the sake of these white ghosts. She stops, looking at him with cold contempt. You think I need your protection? I have plans of my own, Kanan. Plans already in motion that offer far more safety than running into the jungle with a deserter. Deserter, I'm trying to save us. You are abandoning your post. You're a Jaga, Headguard, who is fleeing at the first sign of real danger. I have never loved you. I see you for what you are, a frightened pup-playing soldier. What can I do? Tell me, how do I prove I am worth something to you? You want to help? Then be blind. Tonight, whatever you see, whatever you hear, you do nothing, you say nothing. What wickedness are you planning? That is not for you to know. Tell me! Asia stares at him, her eyes cold and unyielding. Kanan's hand flies up and strikes her across the face. The sound is sharp in the humid air. Asia doesn't flinch. She slowly touches her cheek, her eyes burning with hate. You shall rue this night. When the end comes, Kanan, I'll make sure you are the first to bleed. Oh, damn. She walks away, leaving him shaking in the darkness, and suddenly an explosion can be heard, coming from the direction of the clubhouse. Alamak, what in the blazes was that? Kanan rushes to the clubhouse to investigate, so... Kanan should be there at the clubhouse. With these three. But there's someone else there that we don't know. I guess. Asia, are you still here? By yourself now? Nothing happened at this hour? Okay. Well, we didn't get anything new out of that. We just know, well, not any new, like, clues. Anyway. Was there mention of the observation deck? A high vantage point watching the coming storm. Like, Alright, veranda. Maybe she was just, like, at the veranda for a while. So, like, if we go to veranda... Go you? There you go. She was just alone. Alright. Teresa McIntyre is alone on the veranda, nursing a drink. She picks up a faded photograph from the mantelpiece. Look at you. Teresa McIntyre drains her glass. She stares at the photo with a mixture of hatred and pity. He'll tire of you too, my dear. Just like he tired of me. And then it will be little Miss Seville's turn, you'll see. Seville? She slams the faded photograph face down on the table. Teresa McIntyre spots someone outside and runs out to greet them. Who's that someone, I wonder? Alright, we did get a new photo. On the back it says, my darling wife and her lovely temper. I guess it's gotta be his. New guest file is available, let's go. You are Rose Goodwill. And I guess we can track this photo now. Maybe. Where was it? I guess it was on the table still, so we can see what it was doing here. No? Nothing happened at this hour. From the mantelpiece. I'm really not sure how to use the infusion stuff. Alright, whatever. We did get a new name. So we only have these women available, so let's just put them all in this one room. No. Alright. So there's some other women probably around. You can see two other women enter into the veranda from the back. From the back. Alright. Let's just try all the combinations here. Alright. What if there's nothing happen at this hour? I'm not really sure how this the item stuff works. Provided the owner has been identified and the aura is locked onto the object, you can go to the phone on the item screen in the inventory and attune it by... Yeah, it doesn't really explain what that means. Alright, well, whatever. Do we know anybody in the library? Like, the library has been mentioned. I don't remember where, though. Oh, library was mentioned in here. What is this? Why is this blue? Oh, it's because we did this. Right. Jeremiah is hunched over a rotary phone, speaking to the receiver. Okay, so I think what the item does is it gives us a preview of the thing, but doesn't let us it only lets us hear what's going on. It doesn't identify people for us. Well, I guess it does identify them if we already know them. We don't get to hear the entire conversation. We just hear the person holding it, I guess, is what's happening. Alright. So this was if someone is on the edges of the space during the event, I do not need to know who they are. They'll just remain ghostly. Alright, so alright. Was Rose just randomly here? No. Alright, I do... Okay, so at some point someone has to pick up this pouch. So we are going to... Oh, there it is. A lady solicitor is heading to the guest room to freshen up before dinner. What on earth? A lady solicitor smooths her dress, her face a mask of calm, and heads back towards the dining room. Alright, dining room. Here, then. We've heard of a lady solicitor. We don't know her name yet, I don't think. Veranda here. Alright, so Cynthia Alright, so I think that's the full name for Cynthia, which is Cynthia Seville. Which means that we can take her to the dining room now. A grand high-ceilinged hall, where a punka fan overhead stirs the stagnant air. The long table is a sea of starched white damask, set with spode china and heavy silver plate for a formal 10-course dinner. Alright, so Cynthia Seville is probably somewhere here. Alright, so here's the boom here. So she goes to the dining room later. So here. But she's not there. She's not the only one there. Right, so we know that Cynthia Seville is not at the veranda though, at here at 1900 where everyone else is. Alright, let's do pouch in a few more places, I guess. Because someone's got to pick it up at some point. Alright, so something happens here with the pouch. Lucas, is it you? I don't know why it says it's incorrect sometimes, instead of just doing the thing that you'd expect. Alright. Unfortunate. So there's something here that happened in the boathouse. But who and what? Dieter, were you just hanging out here? Alright. Who was here? Just go to bed and don't let anyone see you. I'll wait for the reinforcements here. You go. Alright, we don't know who, like, Jiro's last name. So unfortunately we can't put Jiro in anywhere. Alright, well, Cynthia Seville, what were you doing here? Setting in the guest house to freshen up before dinner. As she steps into the wash house, she feels a large stone wobble beneath her heel. Curious, she kneels and pries it loose. Underneath, she finds a heavy leather pouch. She opens it. Inside is a revolver and a small glass bottle with a biohazard label. What on earth? She pockets the biohazard sample and the revolver. She takes the empty pouch and tosses it into the tall grass behind the wash house. Suddenly, a loud explosion rocks the ground, coming from the direction of the clubhouse. She watches impassively as Kanan sprints from the workers' quarters toward the source of the blast. Cynthia Seville smooths her dress, her face a mask of calm, and heads back towards the dining room. Alright, so we've got a new item. Biohazard that Cynthia Seville just fucking decided to put into her pocket. What is happening? Alright, is it Lucas's? Well, we can find out what's going on in the dining room now, I guess. Because of the biohazard sample. Oh yes, oh yes. Everyone has been wonderfully welcoming. Thank you. Wait, Jeremiah Goodwill sits back down and first turns to Cynthia Seville. I'll let the operator send out a telegram. I believe that will be enough. Across the table, Rose Goodwill and a beautiful woman are pouring wine for Cynthia Seville. Oh, it's mostly paperwork. But the journey here from Sandakan was eventful. Ah yes, on the Straits steamship. Cynthia Seville blushes under scrutiny. I was under Jeremiah's protection. Naturally, his legal affairs required my attention, and I consider it merely as a matter of duty. Lucas is correct, though I shouldn't change a thing. I should never have met my intended otherwise. Yes, I'm due to be married when I return to the city. I've only been away 48 hours, and I confess I miss him dreadfully. Alright. Rose Goodwill and a beautiful woman. So is Rose Goodwill not a beautiful woman? Alright. So Jeremiah, Rose, a beautiful woman, and Lucas are here, it seems. Loon is probably also here, too. Whoops. Yeah, Teresa isn't here. I guess Loon is not either. There's someone else. Was the beautiful woman not... Okay, there's another beautiful woman here. Okay. You've been recognized. Yes, I'm due to be married to return to the... Okay, Lucas is correct, though I shouldn't change a thing. I should never have met my intended otherwise. Okay. This biohazard sample is strange. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, look. A little graphy graph. Unknown. Or what? Oh, it's just telling me which ones are unknown for that time. So, were you still on the veranda at this time, Teresa McIntyre? You were not. Or you were, if you were, you weren't there alone. And what was Loon doing before she just popped out? It doesn't say. Oh! Observation deck. No? A woman's scream can be heard in the background. It's coming from an observation deck perched on the edge of the cliff, overlooking the south, trying to see. Alright, so there's someone there, but it's not... It's not any of these people that we know, I think, so far. I mean, we could try, but I doubt it. So it's not you. Or if it is one of them, they're not alone. Alright. So Asia was in the kitchen. Were you in the kitchen here before? No? There you go. Asia is busy preparing snacks for sundown. She is shelling peanuts for a kachang. Kachang means bean or nut in Malay. Usually peanuts roasted with spices. Can you take over? These need to go to Mrs. McIntyre on the veranda. I'll go meet him in the usual spot. A voice call. Okay. In the usual spot. A voice calls out from the window. Meet him in the usual spot. We still haven't figured out what's going on here. There's someone still missing from this area. Did Loon decide to show up with them? No. She finds a heavy leather pouch, revolver, small glass bottle. Tosses it into tall grass behind the wash house. The wash house is part of this area, so... Shame that the revolver isn't an item, right? Why do I only have, like, one document? I wish I could view the timeline for the people. Can I not? Can I do that? I can. Okay. Oh, we know she was in the dining room at some point. Why? You know, she just show up there. In the dining room. Let's see. What am I missing? So then that leads to the veranda conversation. Veranda conversation. We don't know what Cynthia was doing before this. Was she just here? No, she wasn't. Nor nothing important happened in that hour. We don't know which one of these is Edward. I mean, it's probably you, but we don't know Edward's last name. Like, they call him Bone for some reason. I guess this must be Vitalina, but we don't know her last name either. She's Russian, we know that. This is probably Jiro. How do we find Vitalina's last name? That's the thing we gotta figure out. But why is no one here? Like, why is it not these three? There's someone else here. I don't know who, though. Who's here? Who showed up? And also, who was screaming from the observation deck? Oh, it was Rose. Okay. Rose Goodwill stands alone on the precipice, staring into the swirling green mist rising from the Suli Sea. It would be so easy. Scarcely a single pace. But it hurts slashing against the rocks. Oh, would the mist catch me? Why is she thinking about ending stuff? Stretching the line of her jaw, the end of days. I tell them. But okay. But perhaps I'm merely waiting for the curtain to fall, waiting for the slur to march up this hill and finish the wreckage that Jeremiah began. It would be the frightfully British way to go, wouldn't it? Stiff upper lip, while the empire burns to a cinder. Rose Goodwill leans further out, the wind whips her hair. She screams into the void, then composes herself and steps off the edge. Or maybe that young man down there, arriving in his raft, maybe he's my St. George, come to whisk me away from this god-forsaken rook. The sharp click-clack of heels on the stone steps echoes from the path below. Cynthia Seville is approaching. Rose Goodwill violently wipes the tears from her cheeks. She straightens her dress, fixes her hair, and paints on a smile. Pull yourself together, Rose. Showtime. The mistress of the house must greet the master's latest little acquisition with becoming dignity. Girl, Cynthia's definitely gonna notice. Good evening, Rose. I'm Cynthia. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure it is. It's a beautiful late afternoon, isn't it? Mist is very eerie. Do you know what it means? The end of days, Miss Seville, just like the black smoke coming from the south. The war is coming this way. We couldn't continue living like this forever. The land below the wind is about to face its greatest storm. So what is the deal with Miss Petrovsky? She seems far too beautiful for a man like Mr. Bone, and frankly, from what I gather of his accounts, he is in decidedly strained circumstances. One wonders what on earth she finds in him. He's stony broke, that's for sure. Love is mysterious, isn't it? Or perhaps it is merely a case of mutual tastes. Mutual tastes. They both have quite the appetite for the pipe. Opium binds them closer than any physical attractions ever could. That's very dark. Oh, let's change the subject. She's coming. Alright. We can identify you now. You are Vitalina Petrovsky. And you're probably also here now. So, Vitalina, Cynthia, Rose. Am I interrupting? Not at all, my dear. We're just solving the world's problems, or at least the plantations. So can you tell me about this von Guntram? Pipolina? It doesn't feel right having the Hun wandering about the clubhouse, especially with the way things are brewing in Europe. The Hun? It's because he's German? Haven't you seen the poor creature? He's been trailing after Teresa like a stricken animal these past few weeks. It's juicidly pathetic. He's been carrying a torch for her for a long time, hasn't he? Always. But now she is divorced. He thinks he has a chance. He does not. Oh, what rag of a man. No backbone to speak of, and he's a Jerry. Marrying that lot is hardly the done thing these days. One simply wouldn't be seen with him. Oh, what about you and Jeremiah, Rose? Hey, Faust, how's it going? We're playing a little indie deduction game today called the... I guess it's more like an itch.io. It's still indie, but... I don't want to give the impression that it's like on Steam. It's a free indie deduction game where we're trying to figure out what happened in this tobacco plantation during World War II. Let's see. What about you and Jeremiah, Rose? Sighs swirling her gin pahit. Jerry, he swept me off my feet once. I was a green girl full of nonsense. It's mostly text-based, but there's like, you know, it's lots of pointing and clicking. It's mostly text-based though. I thought I'd walked straight into a shilling shocker of a romance. But once the novelty wore off, and he'd had his way, well, I became another trophy. Something to be kept on the plantation for the neighbors to admire between the rubber trees. But yeah, it should be linked in the pinned message if you want to check it out yourself. if that's still up. I am bored to distraction, ladies. If it weren't for the gin and the scandal, I would quite lose my mind. You'll pardon me for being frightfully blunt, Vitalina, but you and Mr. Bonfire, that seems a rather rum match, if I may say so. You're quite an inquisitive woman, Miss Cynthia. I crave your pardon. I spent all my hours over the ledgers working with nothing but numbers and statistics. I'm afraid I've quite forgotten my social graces. It might look odd to an outsider, I know, but I do care for him quite deeply. He is a transparent soul who wears his heart on his sleeve, you see. He would move heaven and earth for me, even despite his habit. The pipe is a hard master, Vitalina. The pipe. It is the only thing that dulls the ache. These great war wounds, they never truly mend. They haunt a man. But I have connections in Shanghai. I can source proper pharmaceuticals, medical grade. I am making arrangements to have them shipped down to the islands. I merely have a certain obligation to fulfill for a gentleman here first. Connections in Shanghai? Are you a Bolshevik agent, Vitalina? Everyone has their theories these days, but the truth is quite a bit more prosaic, my dear. I am simply a white Russian, one of the thousands who fled the Reds when our world went up in flames. Believe it or not, my mother was a Grand Duchess of the old empire, but the Civil War... Anastasia, is it you? But the Civil War is a great leveler. I found myself in Shanghai earning my bread as a taxi dancer in a jazz cabaret. Taxi dancer? I don't know what that is. Why does this not have the yellow text? I was swept off my feet by a soldier of the line and, well, you know the rest. Well, this has been illuminating, but I must excuse myself. I have some ledgers to put in order in the library before my meeting with Jeremiah later. Alright, so Cynthia went to the library. Here. Was she alone? Oh, we found a document. Plantation expenses in 1941. Oh, we found the titular pearls. Cynthia Seville enters the library. She sees pearls scattered on the floor. Cynthia Seville kneels down and carefully picks them up, inspecting the reddish swirl in their luster. She shakes her head and places them into her blouse pocket. She walks over to the bookshelf and selects several heavy volumes. She sits at the desk, opens the briefcase she brought with her, and spreads out a series of ledgers. Cynthia Seville lights a cigarette and begins to work, her brow furrowed in concentration. The hemorrhaging money. She runs a finger down the column of expenses. These aren't operating costs. These are holes in the ship. She slams the ledger and rubs her temples. I really must go and make myself presentable for dinner. It is wretchedly hot, and I couldn't possibly appear in these damp things. Alright. So we have a document. Croquet lawn. Croquet lawn! Alright. So coolie wages, 150 a head, so there's 3 people. Fermentation, shed repairs, 35. Drying racks, 12. Fertilizer, 40. Sacking cloth and twine, 850. Diving gear maintenance, 25 for the oyster farm. Shell cleaning acid, 15. Boat fuel, 45. Net repairs, 6. Generator fuel, 30. Horse feed, 18. Veterinary supplies, 750. Cheap. Alright. Rice and staples, 85. Tinned meats and luxuries, 60. Ice block delivery, 10. Entertainments, gin, whiskey, and sherry. Help me budget my my costs. 150. Opium procurement, 120. Taxes and levies, 200. Raja's protection levy, 100. Harbor dues, 25. Total expenses, 144. 7. Total income, 320. Oof. Ouch. Insolvency imminent. Assets liquidation recommended immediately. Alright, so pearls. Also, this didn't update properly. Whose pearls are these? Are they roses? No. Are they Teresa's? They're not. Are they Jeremiah's? No. Are they Loon's? They're not. Whose are these pearls? Now find the matching swine. Alright, so now we know, I think, who all is here. It is Jeremiah, Lucas, Vitalina, Cynthia, and Rose. No? There's more? Biohazard sample. So we have Jeremiah, Cynthia, Rose, Vitalina, and Lucas. But it's not just these 5. There must be more. So is Loon here as well? How about Teresa? Is Lucas just not a... like... Eh? Are they both pouring wine for her? Like, maybe Jeremiah isn't here. Maybe that's just, like, an error? Who knows? Well, whatever. Observation deck. Rose and Vitalina. Rose and Vitalina Petrosky are leaning against the railing, drinks in hand. You're getting yourself in a frightful state, Rose. Little Miss Seville is merely a business resource to Jeremiah. She's not a bad person. She seems civil enough. I don't give a fig about her resources or how nice she is. Look at her. She is a lady solicitor, darling. Her profession demands she be both commanding and decorative. Do you find her fetching? Is she younger than me? I can't tell. Her skin is so tight. You are a stunner, Rose. Cherry chose you. Did he, or was I simply the only young white woman within 50 miles of this god-forsaken jungle? A deafening thunderous roar tears through the air. The crystal tumbler in Rose Goodwill's hand slips and smashes upon the floorboards. Good heavens, what was that? There's smoke coming from the clubhouse. Quickly! Okay, so this is where they go to the veranda. So it's these two, along with these two. Mama, what was the report? Is it them? Are they upon us? Shh, Loon, compose yourself. I knew the wireless was lying. Father insisted they were leagues away, but I knew they'd come for us in the night. I should have gone with Mr. Lucas. I should feel infinitely safer under his wing. He would know what to do. Do be sensible, darling. If that were a Japanese battery, we would likely be charred ruins by now. This is some other devilry. That is hardly a way to reassure your daughter, Theresa. We haven't been bayoneted yet is a rather thin consolation. I am purely stating facts. Hysteria is a luxury we cannot afford. I want to go to the chapel. I need to pray. Please, Mother. Oh, for heaven's sake. The girl's quite overwrought. Suddenly the doors to the clubhouse swing open. Jeremiah Goodwill, Lucas Sterling, Peter von Guttram, and a big man, so that's Edward, stumble out. But instead of blood and battle, they are bellowing with laughter. Is that... are they laughing? She sees Lucas Sterling walking around unharmed, though smelling of smoke, and a relieved smile breaks through her fear. Vodka! Vitalina, vodka! Vitalina Petrovsky squeals with delight. You be me, you mad beast! You glorious fool! For you, my heart, fresh from the fire! The group coalesces, tensions melting into relief and mirth as they move towards the dining room. Alright, so dining room group. So, let's identify you. We know your name now. You're Edward Bonfire. What a name. Alright. So, we know you were here then. Edward, Kanan, Lucas. Hello? Was there someone else here? Hey? I guess we're still missing someone in the clubhouse. Alright, sure. Dining room. Everyone's here. Teacher is not there, I don't think. Who's missing? Like, Dieter has not been here yet, as far as I know. Okay, so based on the biohazard sample, Jeremiah, Seville, Cynthia, Rose, Vitalina, Lucas. Who's here? Who's not here? That's supposed to be here. Did Loon not go? Loon went to the church or something. I don't know. Rose is here. Oh, okay, so Jeremiah, Lucas, Sterling, Dieter. Okay, so was Kanan just not there in the clubhouse? What? Jeremiah, Lucas, Dieter, and Edward. Alright, well, let's see what was going on in the clubhouse before then. There's someone else here! Maybe it's over, like, just like this. No? What? The mysterious brewer. A small chapel with a cross on the wall. An impeccably manicured lawn with a croquet set. Alright. So what happened here? So this is where they go to the veranda. Oh, right. We need to do this. So library, Jeremiah and Edward. Jeremiah, Goodwill, and Edward Bonfire enter the library. Jeremiah, Goodwill opens the cigar box on the ornate ivory table, handing out a cigar to Edward Bonfire and lighting it up with his lighter. It was the unmistakable click of a Dunnell lift arm. Jeremiah Goodwill then puts it back in his vest pocket. Alright, so we can use that to track him for a little bit. The whole batch of pearls has no orient bone. That's the verdict. But they do have a lot of orient in them. They're not glassy. I can see the luster. They're trying to rip you. Alright, I'm just... We're in summarize mode now. Alright, let's see. I've seen... I know what you're saying, but everyone I've seen agrees. That red swirl that's appeared in all our pearls means they might as well just be a piece of rock. So something happened to the pearls. What about the shells? They're still good. They won't touch the shells. They're scared our pearls are cursed. I'm telling you, Jerry, they're right. It's a curse. Tobacco business is drying up now that oysters are gaining ominous red swirl. Alright. Here's where the supernatural stuff's happening, I guess.
Don't be so ridiculous, man.
Edward Bonfire gets his hands in his pocket and throws a bunch of pearls at Jeremiah Goodwill.
Look at them, just look at them! They look like the devil's work. We're finished!
Alright. So, who owns the pearls, Jeremiah or Edward? It is a curse. It's geopolitical instability. Blah, blah, blah. It's not a curse. Then it's the triad. Chinese triad. Enough, you're being paranoid. Stop this nonsense. Alright, yeah, there's whatever. They're waiting for me in the clubhouse. I'll join you after. Who's they? Alright, so we know what the pearls are about now. So identify owner as Jeremiah. No? How about as Edward? Alright, and the lighter is Jeremiah's. Alright. So now we can go to the clubhouse here and find out what's going on with the pearls. Wait, the pearls are still in the Crap. The pearls are still in the library. Alright, Jeremiah Goodwill and Luke Sterling burst into the clubhouse expecting the worst. Instead of carnage, they find Dieter von Gudrum, Edward Bonfire, and a Japanese worker bent over double, roaring with laughter. The room smells strongly of alcohol and singed hair. Alright. They thought it was an attack. Jeremiah's mad. They could have leveled the clubhouse. You're all stark raving mad. We don't get any new names, but we do know that Jiro is here. Jiro, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have a last name so far, though, so... Anyway, that's why we can't do anything here yet. Because Jiro is in this place. So... So Jiro's... Oh, that's also why we don't know... Why we don't have... Alright, Jiro is in the clubhouse. And also in the dining room. Wait. Alright. You're a tad late to the party, my good man. What on earth kept you? Alright. So... There's that. So, before this conversation in the library, what was going on? You're waiting for me at the clubhouse. I'll join you after. Alright, I guess the library is just gonna have a bunch of pearls for a little while. So I guess we'll explore until someone picks them up. Alright, there's something here, but it's not pearls related? I don't think... I don't know. Alright, we can do dining room and get a second look because of the lighter now. Nice. I want to welcome our unusual guests to our little gathering, blah blah blah. Alright, they're cheering to Lucas. Now he's talking to Seville, Jiro. No names given! Don't feel obliged to help them in their harebrained schemes next time. They can be quite persistent and persuasive. Doesn't look like we've got anything new here. We just know that he's in this room. Alright. Timeline. Or Jeremiah Goodwill. We don't know where he was before the study. I mean, maybe he was in the study at this time. All right. Okay, no, this is okay. So she's carrying these pearls the whole fucking time then, until I guess she goes to her room. So this is just a different set here. It's still in her blouse pocket, so I don't know what the deal is. Like if I go to dining room and do pearls, yeah, it's still the same thing. We don't know where she went after that, though. Didn't she change out of her clothes? Is she still wearing the same clothes? How are they still in her blouse pocket? I don't know what the deal is with this faded photograph. was on the veranda, right? So there's something here. Someone's at the veranda again. But whatever. Well, we know the chapel exists now, but we don't have any clue where anything happens, or like when anyone goes here. I don't think it's come up yet. So these two in the kitchen, these two in the guest house, these two in observation deck. So these two, we don't know where they were at 1700. You're with probably with Jiro in here. 1700. Oh, it's. Where did she go? At 1700. She went somewhere. Spots someone outside and runs out to greet them. Where outside? Boathouse? Outside the veranda is where? Maybe the croquet field? Okay, they were there. Alright. Dieter von Guntram is crossing the garden, a bottle of cornbread in his hand. Dieter, wait. Do you want a sundowner? Joan and Jiro waiting for me at the clubhouse. Red Swirl. Okay, Dieter might know something about the Red Pearls. He's trying to hit her up. He doesn't believe it's a curse. You need to tell them how to fix it. You're a good man. Don't be so petty. Alright. And she walks back to the veranda, and that's where stuff happens. Alright. So we didn't get anything new out of that. That does complete 1700, though. We know where everyone is except for Jiro, who we just haven't identified properly yet. Now, we don't know where anyone is at 1500, basically. Everyone's just mysterious right now. We know Dieter isn't anywhere until he shows up, probably. Alright, how do we identify you? Like, you don't have one of these names randomly, do you? No. Someone fucking say his name. It's not here either. No, don't say that. Please don't. Where are we going? Like, we're missing, we need Jiro. Alright. I wonder if the biohazard has anything to do with the Red Pearl stuff. And she's carrying, like, Cynthia's carrying around Biohazard and also Red Pearls. Alright, yeah, the pouch is basically gone, though. How do we get Jiro's name? I'm so that's the main thing I'm missing at this point. Where am I at? The dining room. Where was everyone earlier? What do you mean earlier? Why is it? What? I don't know what you mean. Only one slot full? Oh, like you mean like this? Well, the problem is we don't know which combinations of people are in what locations, right? And we can't fill everyone because we were missing Jiro, so Jiro is just pure breaking my ability to guess lots of things. I'll go meet him in the usual spot. Who are you meeting? For example, in what usual spot is there? Chapel? We don't know what she's carrying, so... Nothing happened here, so it wasn't the chapel. Wasn't the observation deck. Wasn't the kitchen. Wasn't the library, probably. So I think we're still missing something. A location, maybe? Kitty, frick. Where are we? Alright, there is someone in the study at this point, though. But who? Oh, Cynthia Seville was here. Cynthia Seville stands by the rotary phone, waiting for the operator to connect. Yes, hello, District Officer. This is Miss Seville, representing the first of Sterling and Cooper. Arrive safely, stop audit commencing. Alright. What am I doing here so far from civilization? I must be mad. Alright, so I guess you're here. Nothing new, unfortunately. But we know who was here, at least, I guess. You're just making sure no one made any phone calls anywhere. Alright, something happened here, but it's not a phone call. I don't know why it does that sometimes, like... I guess it just means that there are people there, but the phone wasn't involved. I guess I might as well just fill it in for the phone, because we know the phone is not gonna move. Alright. And I'm guessing someone must eventually have to pick this bag back up, because otherwise it's just kind of like an empty bag sitting in the middle of nowhere. I guess it must have happened here, though. Or not? I don't know. So it seems stuff is happening in these times, but not involving the bag. Alright, sure. The faded photograph has to... Yeah, something happens with the faded photograph here eventually. Or, like, something gets involved here. And there's also something going on here. So someone was on the veranda here. Was it these two? No. It wasn't Dieter. Maybe Edward was here as well. Are they just chatting? Okay, it was these three. Alright. Jeremiah Goodwill enters the veranda. Loon Goodwill and Teresa McIntyre are already there, set facing the sea. It's about time you got here. I'm parched, blah blah. They're having their sundowners. It must be her 2-1's dose for the day. Have you seen Bone yet? I need to talk to him. We're losing the Orient. What does that mean? Confound it, Teresa. Alright. Tobacco trades drying up. Rose, Fidelina. I'm just looking for names at this point. There you go. Tanaka, finally! Oh my god. Finally we have Jiro's name. Alright, actually your new friend said she was going up to the balcony to greet Rose. I haven't seen Fidelina yet all day. Alright. Mother, look, he's young. Okay, so that's where they see him. And that's where they all split up. Alright. Finally! Jiro, you were causing me so many problems. Alright. So now we can do Clubhouse. So you three, we're all in here. Aha, the Master Craftsman at work. How goes the Enterprise, Jiro? It's coming along, just finishing the condenser coil. Wunderbar. It looks strictly scientific. It's crude but effective. Pour it in. Alright, let's see. They're doing distillation. More heat, more pressure, more speed. No, don't touch that. The pressure gauge is redlining. Just a tad more. Get down. Get down. Alright, so now we know this. Hello? Is someone else here? I guess Kanan is probably here too then. Yeah, there we go. What in thunder is going on here? Alright. Solitary tot for the lady's honor. Alright, do we get a new information here though? Jungle entrance. What? I was all the way on the other side of the plantation by the jungle entrance. So he showed up late. What happened? Is everyone alright? Everyone is shipshape, Kanan, as you were, old chap. Alright. So he was lying about being at the jungle entrance because he was at the workers' quarters meeting up with Asia. Now we finally can do dining room. God damn. Everyone was here. Was at the entrance doing the jungle boogie. I want to welcome our guests. We've read a lot of this out of context. Alright, I hope we made you feel welcome, Miss Seville. He talks to Jiro about harebrained schemes. Don't think on it, sir. It was my own errors that led to the incident. I'll be more careful. Alright. Lucas. I I'm quite an old hand here despite appearances. I don't like to admit it, but I have the tremors, too much quinine. Quinine? And if I weren't such lovely company, I would show you my jungle shin. Good man, good man. I'm impressed you managed to keep the sallow away, I must say. Alright. Lucas, you'll like that story. Uncle Bone was a hero, is he? I was in the Sunning, 1926. The Sunning! The officers took that ship back with boiling water and fire axes. Boiling water, yes, we did what we had to do. Alright, do you know? Okay, so they're just sharing stories. Social dinner reminds me of the good old days, Teresa, before the war, when the German plantations reigned supreme. Dieter, when are you going to tell them? Not so loud, they'll hear you. They deserve to know, keeping what you told me on the lawn earlier. A secret is indefensible. Alright, so I guess they're just whispering. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. This is a very long conversation. I guess it's dinner. Drink, darling, it will help you relax. Tell us more about your travels. It must be so exciting to be a lady solicitor in the city. Are we getting any new names or anything here? We sailed 20 hours from Sandakan to Tawau, past the pirate-infested waters of the Sulu Sea, for a lady that is remarkably intrepid, or positively foolhardy. With all due respect, Loon, Sandakan wears a different face, depending on whether one frequents the governor's set or not. So, it's the capital, alright. Yes, I'm due to be married when I return to the city. I'll drink to that, to the lovers. Then something suddenly happens. A loud crash and gasp, and someone new enters. Their aura is very strong and also very dark. I do not know them. Who is it? Oh no. Someone new? We didn't get any new information out of that somehow. And we don't have any new photos. Alright, well, we do know we can do study. We have Jiro and we have Kanan. You see, I do not know who to turn to. Empty, okay, so we got empty blue vial. Jiro checks for a pulse, none. Alright, so someone's dead. He's empty blue vial and pockets it. We don't know whose it is. He places his own opium pipe on the desk next to the victim's hand. So they're gonna fake that it's a opium overdose. Accident. It has to look like an accident. It's better this way. We can say it was an overdose or bonfire will hang me. Stop worrying, Jiro. I'll take care of it. Alright, damn. I don't speak Malay or Dayak or whatever language this is. I will need to try and transfer what is being said phonetically and reach out to Armand in Oxford. He should be able to translate for me. Now I just need to listen and concentrate. Concentrate and listen closely. We're on their way. What do we tell the others? Little Mem stronger. Okay, so it seems that it says the victim, but who is it? Is it the dad? I'll go see Teresa. Okay, so Teresa's still alive, so it's probably the dad, or maybe it might be Lucas. That's where I'll be if you need to find me. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Forget her. It's 2 in the morning. Alright. So, they weren't actually planning... Well, I don't know. I don't know if they were planning anything. He says wait for reinforcements, but maybe he's just waiting for, like, authorities or something. Oh, wait. I'll go see Teresa. That's where I will be if you need to find me. Alright. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Forget her. It's 2 in the morning. Just go to bed and don't let anyone see you. So... workers' quarters? Jiro? In Asia? Is there anyone else here? Or workers? Maybe we don't have them yet. Alright. We do have a new item. Opium pipe. This belongs to Jiro. We don't know who this blue vial belongs to, but it smells faintly of fish. So I guess it was not Edward's. Not Dieter's. Not Jeremiah's. Not Lucas's. Alright. Well, we don't know. Alright. So we'll follow the opium pipe somewhere, I guess. Workers' quarters, opium pipe. I guess he didn't go to bed. Alright, so he's alone. Alright. Alone in the clubhouse, the sweet smell of opium still hangs in the air, but the room feels colder now. He sits up on the bench, rubbing his temples, trying to shake off the last tendrils of the drug. Shimatta! My head! Stupid idea, stupid idea. Alright, what are you doing? I guess he got high. If I don't get this bloody still working, Two on Bone will never let me hear the end of it, and frankly, the distraction might keep me sane. Alright, so that's when they approach. So was he in here as well? He wasn't alone. Oh. Bonfire was in here with him. Interesting. Jiro, do you still regret getting pushed into this? Oh, quiet. Tuan Basara is asking for you. He's waiting in the library. Alright, tell him I'm indisposed. He said it is urgent. Tuan, about the pearls, alright? Tell him I'm coming. Alright. Man, he recovered quickly. Like, he's better. He's just immediately better. Alright, so were they alone here? Yeah. Sits alone in the dim light of the clubhouse. Patience, bone nearly there. Dips a long steel needle into the dark, trickle-like paste, pulling out a pea-sized glob. Holding it over. Okay, so they're doing the opium. Speak of the devil, have you seen Herr Dieter? Herr Dieter? Alright. Find one hit. Waste not. So they're deep in their opium fueled stuff. Alright. So dining room. I guess we can use this to find out stuff. Don't, this is Harrow. You do not want to mess with him, trust me. Alright, we got a name. We also have Lighter. Tall white man, the mysterious stranger strides in. Two rough-looking locals are standing outside the room, guarding the door. He is heavily armed. Lucas Sterling is about to stand up, but Jiro Tanaka puts his hand on the shoulder. What are you doing here, Kanan? Remove this man. I only just got back from Sandakan. I need more time. Oh no! Nice piece. Solid. I'll take this as a down payment. Okay. I want my money soon, Jeremiah Goodwill, or I'll burn this whole place to the ground. So he took the lighter, bound theatrically to the table. My apologies for the interruption. Ladies and gentlemen, please resume the festivities. Alright. Well, he leaves, but now he has the lighter with him, so that's good. Jungle entrance. The entrance to the jungle. The path is overgrown. Lighter? Not in here. Dining room. Still got more stuff here. Pearls. Mysterious stranger walks over to Rose Goodwill and Cynthia Seville. Rose Goodwill growls at him. Cynthia Seville just looks down, fearful for her life. Partial echo from the pearls. Biohazard sample. I guess it's the same thing because she's the same person who is holding on to them. Well, we got a name, but we don't have a picture or a first name. Lone Shark, probably. Or something like that. What now? So was the person meeting with Asia Harrow then? Alright, there's someone here in the boathouse, but it's everyone we know is somewhere else. So, interesting. Alright, so the veranda. This is midnight almost. We don't have any. Alright. We don't know who this belongs to. The same person is holding on to both of these two. Where? Well, we know where Edward was this whole time, actually. Yeah. So there's this is dining room with everyone except there's also a new person who don't have a photo for. This is diff. All right, let's see. So in the study, this happened. Alright. So Kanan is in here. With who, though? Was he by himself? No, he's not by himself. Or if he is... There we go. Okay, Jeremiah Goodwill. Wait. So Jeremiah Goodwill is here with... Wait, Vitalina shows up. She wasn't selected. Did I select her? Jeremiah Goodwill sits down in his chair. He picks up the glass. He takes his 2-ounce dose. Well, that doesn't taste right. So someone poisoned him. He starts to cough. He clutches his throat. I feel awful. He tries to stand up, but his balance is gone. He falls down hard under the rug. Gasping for air, he spots the empty blue vial under the chair. Vitalina, what have you done? Alright, so Vitalina poisoned him on accident. So... empty blue vial belongs to Vitalina. But how did that happen? Alright, so empty blue vial in here. Study is deadly quiet. Hopefully he thinks Asia has brought it from his quarters. The empty blue vial she was clutching slips from her fingers. Oh no. Unable to retrieve the vial with Jeremy Goodwill watching. I crave your pardon, Jeremiah. I was just on my way to Bones' room. It's a shock of the evening, the intrusion. I need to go lie down. Vitalina Petrosky glances frantically at the armchair, then turns and hurries out of the room. Alright. So Vitalina and Jeremiah, I guess, are in here? No, there's more people. Alright. Maybe it was just Vitalina by herself. There we go. Alright. Who's that, Vitalina? What are you doing in here? You look positively ghost-ridden. Alright, so master bedroom. Tincture bottle. She recovered from the master bedroom. It's the shock of the evening, the intrusion. I think I need to lie down. Quite. Singular woman. Positively rum. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, let's see. Alright, so that's where Jeremy died. Recovered from the master bedroom. So she was in the master bedroom. Where's the master bedroom? Master bedroom. Heart of the bungalow, dominated by a massive teak bed, shrouded in a ghostly cloud of yellowing mosquito netting. So she was in the master bedroom here. She was not alone. Nothing happened at this hour. Okay. So she got it at some point then. But when? Was she doing it here? No. He takes his 2-inch dose. That doesn't taste right. This wasn't the plan. Alright, so then he walks into the study and stumbles back and go get help. Alright, then what? Alright, so Kanan is here alone, maybe? No. Does Lucas show up? We don't know anything that Kanan is carrying. Empty blue vial is in here though, so let's see if we can get anything from that. Nothing. Opium pipe is in here. Wait, no, empty blue vial was taken. They took it. Where did he go? Empty blue vial. Guess we just gotta search places. It's super late though, so I don't know if anyone's like around or anything. Nothing happened at this hour in the workers' quarters, so where did he go? Bones room, the room where Edward, Wanfire, and Vitalina Petrovsky sleep. What am I missing? Alright, so what happened after dinner? After that shit happened at dinner. Jared Tanaka feels out of place and tries to slink away towards the library. Edward Bonfire joins him. Alright. So Bonfire and Jiro at the library. Bonfire, the library is dimly lit. Edward Bonfire is wrestling with the lock of a glass-fronted cabinet. Alright, they're looking for more stuff more recreational substances. Pirates. Jiro downs his drink quickly and sets the glass down. I really must beg your leave, Mr. Bonfire. Decant be so soon, the bottle is scarcely breached. I have to get mad about a dog, as they say. A dog, is it? Alright, when's the party at now? I can't be the only one who still needs a stiff drink after tonight's events. Edward Bonfire hears a voice coming from the veranda and goes to investigate. So, Edward Bonfire is at the veranda. I don't think he's carrying anything that I can use, though, right? Yeah, he's not carrying anything. Alright, so back at the dining room. Alright, before I do that. Alright, just making sure that that's there because these just show up in places, so I can just use them. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Alright. So who else is here? Let's focus on the pearls. Who is that man? What have you gotten yourself into? You have options. We sell the land to the Rajas. Share with a man? I certainly will not. That is completely improper. Mrs. Goodwill offered earlier. I will stay with her in your room. Alright. He makes his way to the kitchen and Cynthia Seville to the bedroom as Jeremiah Goodwill heads out for to find some companionship. So Kanan in the kitchen. Oh wait. They left, so we know everyone who's in here. Did someone leave before? Oh, maybe Rose left. Well, we know who's here. We know Cynthia's here. We know Jeremiah's here. We know Kanan is here. Oh, whatever. So kitchen, Kanan, and Asia? Or maybe just Kanan. Yeah. Asia, the room is silent, the stove is cold, and there's no sign of Asia anywhere. That's odd. She's never absent from her post. She checks the back door unlocked. Where's that girl got to? Something is not right. I feel it in my bones. I must inform Goodwill immediately. So study. And that's how he finds the body. It happened at midnight? Were you still in the dining room? Nothing happened at this hour in the dining room. Alright. So she goes to the bedroom. I assume that's the master bedroom. No? Oh, here. To choices. You know, I positively envy you, Cynthia. Lady solicitor, independent. Remarkable for a member of the fair sex, they say. Blah, blah, blah. You can't argue cases forever, Cynthia. Think of your ovaries. Ovaries! As if one's womanly functions had a best before date, stamped on them like a tin of sardines. Alright, anyway. Biohazard sample. Oh. Oh, she's kind of drunk. She clumsily changes into the dress. It fits her surprisingly well. Biohazard sample fly out of her blouse. Those are Jerry's pearls. The accursed one. Why do you have them? Are you stealing from us, or is it worse? I've heard stories. Don't be absurd. I found them in the library. They were just lying on the floor. I picked them up to keep them safe, to give them back to Mr. Goodwill. Seems trust is in short supply around here. Alright, Vita is here now. It wasn't supposed to end like this. He wasn't supposed to die. Die? Who's dead? Jeremiah. He's in the study. I killed him. I didn't mean to, I swear. What did you do? The curse, the pearls. I just wanted to save the plantation. I went to the Babalian Antau. Powerful shaman. I doubt I'll be able to find a photo of him. He's too obscure, too hidden in the shadows of history. I'll have to deduce his presence by other means. I'll need to think outside the box if I want to be able to piece together his movements. Oh no! Wait. A potion to cleanse the oysters, but he lied. He tricked me. It wasn't a cure. It was a tuju. Curse where shaman the Bomo magically sends an object into a victim's body to kill them. The victim suffers sudden unexplained agony, the stabs or the shakes, and Western medicine finds nothing wrong. It's a terrifying concept, blending psychological warfare with deep-rooted superstition. I gave it to him in his medicine, thinking he would remove the hex upon him, and then he fell. He didn't wake up. You poisoned him. It was an accident. I love Jerry. You know I wouldn't hurt him. He gave you a tuju to kill Mr. Goodwill. He said it would drive away the bad spirits, but it was poison. He wanted Jerry dead. Okay, so she goes to the study. Cynthia Seville grabs Vitalina Petrosky by the arm, hauling her up. We have to go, now, before you say another word to anyone else. So she picks up the biohazard sample and drags the wailing... Okay, so they go... chasing after Rose. So presumably that means that they're here. Oops. Alright. That is quite enough. Alright, so... Rose, Vitalina, Cynthia are here, at least. And Kanan. Mr. Sterling. Alright. Lucas, Rose, Vitalina, Cynthia, and Kanan. No? Is Zero here too? Who's missing? Vinalina, Cynthia, Rose, Kanan. See to that woman's hands before she bleeds out on the floorboards. Who? Oh, Loon is here too. Alright. So Loon, Lucas, Vitalina, Cynthia, Rose, and Kanan. There we go. So Loon ends up here. I don't know how she ended up here, or like how she found it. So Lucas checks for a pulse. He took too much Chandu overdose. Look at his eyes. That's not opium. That's poison. All right, Lucas is aiming a rifle. Where did he get a rifle? At Kanan. No, I vow in my life I found him in the harrowing aisle. Hold your hand. Don't shoot him. It was not his doing. It was me. It was an accident. I gave him the tujo. I thought it was a cure. In a flash, he snatches the right. Oh, Loon fires. And Vinalina starts bleeding out. Cynthia strides forward, delivering a sharp stinging slap to Loon Goodwill's cheek before wresting the weapon from her grasp. Kanan, see the woman's hand before she bleeds on the floorboards. Now attend to me, the lot of you. Jeremiah's gone, and no amount of hysteria will bring him back, but the Japanese met us on the beach with bayonets and fire. If we stay here arguing, we join him. You're barking orders like a regimental sergeant major, Miss Seville. Just who the devil are you? MI5. I've been tracking a triad operation through the straits. Jeremiah's pearl fiasco was attracting their attention. The vultures were circling in. Alright, so she is a government agent. And Babalian Antau, who provided the Tuju, one of their case agents most likely. SIS. Secret Intelligence Service was the United Kingdom's first intelligence agency. Okay, so Lucas is SIS, monitoring the fifth column. Axis powers espionage and sabotage activities in the allied countries. And gathering human intelligence on foreign powers, specifically sent here to monitor Japan activities. Well then, Mr. Sterling. It seems we're on the same side. We need to get these people out safety. Agreed, but it's not that simple. They've torched the railways. Edward and Dieter are with them. Oh, merciful heaven, please tell me he's intact. He seemed fine from what I could see. The man can fend for himself, Vitalina. Asia helped them, I realize that now. I was in a haze when I saw her dealing with her captain, but it's all falling into place now. I say we try and get to the boathouse and reach my launch. It's a grisly sight, but probably our only way out at this stage. We can get to the boathouse undetected by taking the secret companionway to the chapel. It begins behind the paneling in the clubhouse, but we'll need the key from the library. Are you going on an entire freaking like LucasArts Monkey Island journey to get to the boathouse? What is happening? It begins behind the paneling in the clubhouse, but we'll need the key to the library. Kanan, Cynthia, you escort the ladies to the clubhouse. Rose Goodwill, you take a rifle and come with me. Rose Goodwill doesn't count as the ladies. We'll secure the key. So what is Vitalina just bleeding out? What's going on? I'm joining the party. You vowed to protect me. Very well, but no more sharpshooting our friends. Do you hear? I'm dreadfully sorry, Vita. I simply cannot grasp that Papa's gone. Shots can be heard coming from outside. It's chaos. Mother, where's the mother? One hopes Jiro has her under his wing. We can only pray that they see the writing on the wall and see us at the rendezvous. No, we can't just hope. It's my mother. I'm not losing her too. Very well, little ma'am. A change of plan. I shall strike out and fetch your mother and Jiro. The rest of you, carry on as arranged. Alright. Loon is going with Kanan and not Lucas. Alright, where's Lucas going? Lucas and Rose are going to the library. So let's go there first. Lucas and Rose at the library. Alright. My instincts tell me I've uncovered something. Everything there is to see in this location. The remaining hours hold no secrets. Alright, so it just clears it out if we don't have any if we don't have anything to look for. We won't hold them for long. We need that key. The key's not there. Someone has taken it already. Oh no. The clubhouse is gone. The secret passage is useless now. What do we do? We're trapped. We can get to the roof. There's a safety ladder that leads down to the observation deck, and then what? Jump? It's suicide. I always contemplated jumping from there is a good way to go, but no, the tides are up. It's deep enough. It's perfectly safe at Sour. Well, safer than staying here anyway. Alright. Smashes the window pane with his rifle butt. Alright. So they're going to the observation deck. I don't know about the rest of them, but we'll go there next. So Lucas and Rose. Nothing happened at this hour. What do you mean? Oh, roof first. Roof first. The roof of the main house. You can see the whole estate from here. So Lucas and Rose. Rose Goodwill. Okay. There's nothing else on the roof. I've got you. Careful now. Bloody dress. I should have worn trousers. Alright. She slips. Alright. She's wearing a huge silk gown. Okay. They pull themselves up onto the roof ridges, gasping for air. The sun is on its way. The darkness is lifting. Alright. Binoculars. He has binoculars. Lucas spots Edward Bonfire, recognizable by sheer size, fighting off a group of Japanese soldiers near the clubhouse. Is that Bone? He's fighting them off with his bare hands. And who's that running toward the chapel? Is that Miss Seville? It is. She made it. We need to keep moving. The ladder of the observation deck is this way. Alright. So let's see if we can do chapel, Seville, and is Vitalina alive or is she dead? Alright. Seville paces nervously inside the small stone chapel. Where are they? The boathouse is still empty. What in God's name are they doing? She watches Lucas Sterling. Okay, they climb up onto the deck. Mad, utterly mad. Wait a minute, the companionway. This isn't just a chapel. It sits atop a reinforced structure in a war bunker. Alright, she finds a trapdoor. Lock is already opened. The dust is unsettled. Someone was here not long ago. A cool metallic smell wafts up. Well, now this changes things. Oh no! What did she find? Alright. Well, she's still carrying biohazard, so... Oops. She's not carrying it anymore? Did she get rid of it? I guess it's not here. It's in a different area. Maybe it's secret companionway? A secret passageway going from the clubhouse to a bunker below the chapel. A key is required to unlock the metal grate. I mean, we'll see what if she's here, I guess. Alright. Observation deck. Rose and Lucas. Is there anyone else here? No. The black soot is starting to disperse. In the jungle, the pirates are retreating, their shadows flitting away from the advancing Japanese lines. The soldiers have secured the breach and are swarming the estate. At the boathouse, Loon Goodwill and Teresa McIntyre are struggling with the raft's mooring rope. A squad of Japanese soldiers is closing in on them. Alright. So Teresa and Loon are there. What happened to Jiro? They're trapped. They can't get the knot undone. Lucas Sterling raises his rifle and fires. Rose Goodwill joins him. They pick off the lead soldiers, but the range is too great and they're running low on ammunition. Damn it, I'm out. Me too. They're still coming. I have to get down there. Lucas, don't. You'll be shot the moment you surface. I have to try. Oh, to hell with it. Alright, they jump into the water. Alright. So, boathouse at the same time. It's Loon and Teresa. Come on, blast you! Alright. Mother's hurt. What happened to her? I guess she got shot? Let's keep moving, Little Moon. There was no time to stop. Suddenly, the boathouse door splinters. His rifle butts smash against it. Get back, I'll shoot. Before she can fire, cracks of gunfire erupt from high above. The lead soldiers drop and the others scramble back, confused, looking up toward the cliff. Alright, Lucas. Alright, so that's happening. So where was... I guess they must have been staying in the guest room? Alright, well, let's go back. Alright, Clubhouse, Edward Bonfire, are you here? There we go. 3 Japanese soldiers fall in quick succession. He empties the revolver and hurls it at Charger's face. Alright. Need the fight scene. Soldier skewered by a pirate! More pirates join the fray, engaging the Japanese in brutally close quarters. He sees a hand sticking out from under a collapsed beam. Vitalina! He plunges his hand into the burning wreckage, flesh sizzling. He heaves the beam aside with a roar of agony. He drags Vitalina Petrovsky's broken body onto the sand. She's gone. Edward Bonfire clasps beside her. He brushes the ash from her face with a trembling charred hand. I'm here, love, I'm here. Look, my love, a launch. It's coming to save us. We can still make it. Alright, launch. Lucas's boat. Lucas's skip vessel. Alright, there's still more stuff happening at the clubhouse, though, it seems. Alright, so Vitalina is here. But with who? She was with someone, yeah. The secret companionway, it's behind the paddling. We have to... The shockwave throws Cynthia backwards. Vitalina, yeah, she gets, that's why Cynthia was alone. Alright. Confounded, the entire scheme has gone quite to the dogs. That's sure a way to phrase it. Alright, alright, and that's how she ends up at the chapel. Alright, where was stuff happening again? We were like in the study for a little while. Alright. I shall strike out to fetch your mother and Jiro. So, where did they go? Master bedroom? No, it wouldn't be the master bedroom. So Kanan, Loon, Jiro, and Teresa. Guest house, maybe? No. It's not guest house. Where would they be? Where do they live? Is she a worker? I don't know. Alright, so here's where they jump off. But I don't... We don't have, like, a location for this. Where did Jiro go? He's conspicuously missing during the boathouse events. So maybe he died? Alright, is she still in the boathouse? Maybe Lucas is here now. Maybe Teresa died. Something. Well, there's something going on here, but it's... We don't have enough information yet, I don't think. We don't know anything about 2200 or 2100. Everyone's in the dining room except for these two. At 2000. So this is when the dude comes in. This is the aftermath. Biohazard sample. Wait. Large dining room. Rose Goodwill and Cynthia Seville watch them go. Rose Goodwill turns towards Jeremiah Goodwill and laughs. Alright, what is this? What is happening here? Am I in the... We're in the dining room. Rose Goodwill and Cynthia Seville watch them go. Rose Goodwill turns towards Jeremiah Goodwill and laughs. So Rose, Cynthia, Jeremiah, Vitalina. Alright, so it's Jeremiah and Vitalina and Cynthia alone in here right now, it seems. No? And Kanan? There you go. Who was that man, Jeremiah? What have you gotten yourself into? A mistake? Just a mistake. Alright. We read all this before. I'm afraid you'll have to share with Mr. Sterling. Alright, this is where we find out that, is everyone alright? Where are you? I was taken off guard and knocked unconscious by the jungle entrance. Alright, so he was unconscious by the jungle entrance. What? No, 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 no! They'll kill them all! Alright. So he wasn't alone here. Was Asia here? Yes, she was. Alright. Asia kneels beside Kanan, her hands trembling as she cuts the ropes binding his wrists. I thought I could control this, but they are monsters. Ludwig is not going back into the jungle. He's going to tracks. That man, Ludwig Harrow, he carries himself like a king, not a common bandit. Is he infamous enough to be in papers? I need to call Armand about the distress call on the phone anyway. I'll ask him to check out the archives for Captain Harrow as well. Alright. Delphine. My Malay is rusty, but Mati means dead. It sounds like he was claiming Jeremiah Goodwill was murdered by pirates and requested immediate assistance from the British Navy. They were due to arrive at 9 o'clock the next morning. Efficient. He painted a picture of a massacre to ensure a swift, lethal response. I have another request while I have of you. It's going to sound very strange, but bear with me. The leader of these pirates was a man named Ludwig Harrow. I was hoping beyond hope that there might be some information about him somewhere. Harrow. Startling. He's a legend, Delphine, not for piracy, but for war. He led a guerrilla unit against the Japanese occupation, saved hundreds from the Sandakan death marches. He's a hero of the history books. To find him here, playing the villain before his time. Fascinating. I have a service photo from the archives. I will send it over to you. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Armand. Alright. Finally. We can fill stuff in. Ludwig Harrow. Oh, he's just here. Alright, so that means dining room. We got this room now. You. Everyone's here. Everyone is here. Sorry to crush your party, folks. Don't mind me. Alright, what are you doing here? Kanan, remove this man. Where's... Kanano's not here. Your guard dog has taken a nap. I'm just here for what's mine. You missed the deadline, Jeremiah Goodwill. Alright, did we have anything here? He slips the lighter in his pocket. Alright, so where did he go, though, was the question. We'll burn this whole place to the ground. Wait. So who is here? I mean, it ought to be like everyone, right? It should be, but I guess it's not. I guess, no. My instincts tell me I've uncovered everything there is to this. Okay. What have you done, you silly man? Loon's room. Alright. Now you've done it, haven't you? Enjoy your company, Jeremiah. I will see you in the morning. Do not come to the bedroom later. Alright. So Jeremiah, that's why Jeremiah is not sleeping right now. He's just taking his drink, I guess. So Loon's room has Loon and Lucas in it. Loon, please, it's over now. Okay, there's nothing else here. I know who you are. I know your secret. I haven't the foggiest notion what you mean. You don't have to keep up the charade with me. I've known ever since I saw you on the beach. You're my brother. You've come back from England. What? Your brother? You've come to take me away, to take me back to London, just as I've dreamed for 10 years. Loon, listen to me very carefully. I'm not your brother. Okay. You're an agent of British intelligence, blah, blah, blah. My crew wasn't massacred by pirates, Loon. We were intercepted by a Japanese destroyer. They caught us red-handed with evidence of their tests. Alright, the green mist is chemical weapon. I managed to salvage... Okay. Along with my service revolver, I need to retrieve... Alright. So they go to the guest room. That's what happened there. And then they find out that the stuff is missing because what's her name took it? Cynthia. My kit, the pouch, it was hidden right under here under the loose floorboard. Someone has taken it. Taking things that don't belong to them seems to be the order of the night. Alright, they pass Teresa's room. Guttural animalistic sounds echo from within. What is that? Is someone hurt? Keep walking, Lucas. But that sounds like... I said keep walking. It's just mother. It's best not to ask. What is happening in Teresa's room? Teresa, are you in here with someone? Are you in here with Jiro? Yeah, you're in here with Jiro. Finally, I thought tonight would never end. Teresa, you sure no one saw us? To unseat her. Forget him! He is evil is what I've learned tonight. I didn't want to talk about him and his schemes. She pushes him onto the bed. I've missed you, God help me. Alright. Alright, when do they get fetched? So this is where they fetch them. So Kanan, Loon, Jiro, and Teresa at 4 a.m. No? Is Jiro not here anymore? Nothing happened. What do you mean? They were not in this room anymore? Huh? Let's see. Kanan, Cynthia. You escort the ladies to the clubhouse. Rose, take the rifle. Okay. I shall strike out and fetch your mother and Jiro. The rest of you carry on as arranged. Where are they going to fetch them then? If not... Cynthia... Okay. So Lucas now has the biohazard temple. Okay. I didn't notice that earlier. Does she still have the pearls? Where did the pearls go? Alright, the pearls are still on the floor here, it seems. Like, they just never went anywhere. Alright, we might as well clear this out, I guess. So there was someone here in this room at this time. The master's bedroom? Alright, Vitolino is here. Collecting the vial. Pulls a vial from her pocket. The blue glass catches her eye. Definitely, she uncorks the medicine bottle and pours its contents into a plant pot. Did you pour? Okay, so she swapped out the contents of the vial into the medicine bottle. A handwritten letter resting on the dresser. All right, what is this letter? It's a message. All right, so Lucas has a set of binoculars. He has a lot of items on him right now. Oh, it's not Lucas's. Whose binoculars are these? Hello? They were Jiro's. Why does he have Jiro's binoculars? Alright, so this letter is Loon's? No. Rose's. Okay. Ow. I don't remember where railway was mentioned. Nothing happened here. Where did Asia meet someone? She said she was gonna meet someone. I'll go meet him at the usual spot. Did something happen here at all? No, there is something here. But not anyone I know? Alright, there's some people here, but who? Ugh. It's gonna be like there's a secret person again. And was Asia here at some point? Nothing here. Nothing here. Let's fill in the gray spots. Alright. So there's something happening in the kitchen at this point. But I don't know what to do here. Why am I getting pings right now? Hold on a second. Alright. So. How do we find out anything more from this? He does not move, guys. So he dies here. All right. There's still more at the clubhouse though that we haven't done. We haven't like done yet. So there's someone here that we haven't discovered yet. Just clear this out. Bones room. No one is around to do nothing. I mean, where is Bone? Are you anywhere here at all? Bonfire, where you been? There's gotta be a reason Bones room has showed up, but I don't know why. Because we know where Edward Bonfire has been for most of this until, like, so if we go to Edward, yeah, we basically are only missing in this part before he dies in the clubhouse. All right, so here's a voice coming from the veranda. All right, let's see who's on the veranda. There you go. Jeremiah Goodwill and Edward Bonfire in the veranda, chuckling as they pour themselves another round. Did you see the look on the young pup's face, utterly terrified by a rabble of Sulu devils? Alright. Rundum business. Alright. So they're reminiscing, they're drunk. Suddenly find black soot. The ash from the torched oil fields to the south begins to rain down the sky. I'm gonna retire to the study. I'll finish my glass here. Keep an eye out for any further invited guests. Good man. Alright, he takes a croquet mallet from behind the bar and heads towards the source of the glow. The back of the plantation and sees a strange glow in the distance. Alright. Where is the back of the plantation? Well, croquet mallet. Edward? Yes. Well, I guess we'll start trying stuff out. Nothing happened at this hour. That was at midnight, right? That's where we were at? Yeah, okay. Are we still missing locations? Oil fields to the south. There we go. Okay, so this is where they were at. Edward Bonfire arrives at the railway stop. Out of breath, he stops in his tracks, his mouth agape. Harrow's handiwork, no doubt. He's torched the only way out. Alright. He starts... Oh, Dieter's here. Well, first of all, Edward Bonfire. Stumbling under the weight of a limp body. Alright, so Dieter's here, along with someone else. Who, though? Who could it be? Asia. No? Oh, there's nothing here at this time. What? Oh, jungle entrance. So, Dieter, Asia, and Edward. No? Maybe it's Kanan. There's a limp body here, but whose body is it? Oh, it was, what's his name? Harrow. Is that Asia? No. She's gone, Bone. What happened? How? There's no time, Bone. The fleet, the Japanese, they're landing on the beach. Alright, oh, it was Asia, but she's dead. Okay. He's right, old man. There's no time for mourning. Easy, I'm not your enemy tonight. Not anymore. You torched the steam engine. You trapped us here. I cut off the escape route of coward. I did not know the wolf was already at the door. Sorry about the girl. Truly, she fought like a tiger. She deserved a warrior's death, not this. It was self-defense. My men, they're jumpy. Self-defense? She was a servant girl. She had a knife at my throat before I knew she was there. She had spirit. Alright, where was that? But arguing will not bring her back. Alright. Yeah, I'll head toward the house through the lawn and past the clubhouse. Toward the house? Past the clubhouse. Wait, I think I see Vito over there. Quiet! Alright. We need diversion to run us. Okay, so they set the oh no! No! They set the clubhouse on fire with them inside. Run to the study, alright. Notice Teresa McIntyre in the veranda and splits from the rest of the group. Alright. So Teresa McIntyre in the veranda. That's where she was at. Was Jiro there? Was Loon there? Where does the handwritten letter come in? Did anyone actually pick it up? Or do anything with it? There we go. Alright. The help? You would not have me, but you would spread your legs for the... Okay. Staring at Jiro Tanaka's body, no one's shocked. You killed him! Oh, God. Okay, so that's why Jiro isn't there, because Dieter just fucking kills him. Loon Goodwill screams terrors through the night. Dieter spins around. Kandan emerges from the shadows, his face grim. And he kills Dieter. There's Dieter dead. We have to move now. Alright, so they're on the veranda doing this? What are you fucking doing? What is it now, Jiro? Another calamity to keep us from stolen hours? It's the Tuan Goodwill. What has he done this time that could be worse than selling us off to pirates? He's dead. Alright. We found him in the study. He was gone. I found this near him. Dead, truly and finally. I hated him. I despised him, but I loved him. God help me, I loved him more than anything. The world is ending. Did you know? No, I'm no traitor. You're a good man, Jiro Tanaka. Alright. That's their kiss. Teresa McIntyre. Nothing happened here. Where was she then? Was she just alone in her room? Yeah, she was. Bastards, every single one of them. I can't breathe in here. It's like a tomb. I need air. She goes to the... There's still more here. Who are you with? Dieter's probably here, actually. No? Alright, Jiro's here. Jiro's not here. So what? Did someone else come in at the time? Maybe Kanan? Okay. Okay, this is, yeah, okay, visit. apologize, ma'am, but I know Jiro is with you. I require his assistance immediately. It concerns the Tuan. Alright. It's life or death. Okay. So we've cleared that out. Don't know what's going on with Bones' room, not gonna lie. We have not found any related things here. Maybe Vitalina's here. No, she's not here. She's not here during this. Like, who would be in here? I need like a better timeline that lets me see the entire room, like all the rooms everywhere at once. Right. Oh, what? Why is the colors different now? Oh, it's because we got new people. So it can't be fully green anymore. Alright. So we know that Vitalina was in the master bedroom at this time. But we don't know where she was before this. She is not in their room, unless there was someone else here. So where could she have been? Clubhouse? No, Clubhouse is already taken. Jungle entrance. I guess Empty Blue Vial would have would let us find her, probably. There's not really any other places to look for her, though. Yeah, she was in the church. It is not the land that is sick, Mem Petrovsky. It is the master. Okay, so this is the shaman. He's here. But we don't have a photo of him, so we can't really do anything here. The shaman pulls a blue vial from his robes. It glows faintly in the dim light. This water is blessed by the sea spirits. He must drink of it in one draught, and the curse will lift. The pearls will clear. Alright. So that's where she was. We know she was here. Let's see. Where was Dieter? Dieter was the Coquelon at some point. He's crossing the garden. Was he in the guest room? Where does he stay? I don't know where Dieter stays. Not gonna lie. We also don't know where Asia went at this time still. The usual place. What would the usual place be? It's not the railway. It's not the croquet lawn. It's not the worker quarters. It's not the chapel. Maybe it's here. No. If it is, it's not it's not like that. Alright. But she does go to the guest house right here. And then she's back in the kitchen. Or like she's back in the kitchen between here. Oh, wait, she goes to Mrs. McIntyre in the veranda. Hold on a second. Wait, when did that happen? Oh, no, that's... She's saying that that's what she wants to do. These need to go to Mrs. McIntyre. Alright. Calls out the window. But from where are they meeting? I don't get it. Alright. Dieter, are you here? You're just here at the jungle entrance. Alright. Instead of heading to the main house, he approaches the perimeter fence. Uh-oh. He uses a tool to loosen the binding wire of a fence post. What is he doing? It looks undisturbed, but a firm push would open a man-sized gap. He tucks the bottle under his arm and hurries off, disappearing towards the rocky coastline in a distant, secluded cove. He pauses at the edge of the clearing. Okay, so he's doing suspicious things. But why? Oh. Alright, all three of them. Pirates, I knew it! Clumsy work, old son, a man in the jungle, should keep his eyes in the back of his head. Alright, so this is where they ambush Kanan. And then Kanan's just here, like, unconscious. Tall figure strikes out from the entrance to the main bungalow toward the railway. So the railway is here. Did she follow him? Alright, what are you doing? This is madness.
No, this is Sparta!
Why destroy the steam engine? You've scared Goodwill. You'll get what you want. I have a distaste for the loose ends, my dear. I'm a man who believes in a bit of insurance. This iron road is a double-edged blade. It's the quickest route for the master to bolt over to the armed constabulary. Alright. One of his men shoots her before she can strike. Okay. So that's how she dies. She starts to crawl toward the cove. Can I get the cove? How do I get the cove? Like, it's been mentioned like twice already, but I can't get it. Also, there's more stuff happening here still. Alright, it's not lighter. I don't know what happens to him after this. He tosses a cigar into a kerosene-soaked carriage. Oh, he doesn't have the lighter until, like, here anyway. Alright, so they find Asia's body somewhere. So I guess it's, like, somewhere near here? Okay, so he finds her near the jungle entrance because... Hello? She's still alive? Alright. Deep in the jungle, Ludwig Harrow and his men have set up a temporary camp. Takes off his vest and sits on a log, sharpening his blade with slow rhythmic strokes. Okay, that is not useful. I still don't know what's going on, like, what we do here after this. Alright, so she's screaming about Lucas. And then what? What happens? Alright, we know... The mom is bleeding out. We don't know if she lived. Oh, biohazard samples here now. Okay, so he does show up. Lucas and Rose Goodwill haul themselves into the jetty, gasping for air. What in the blazes was that? Come on. Come on, Loon, the raft is ready, I promise. Alright. So it is Lucas, Rose, and Loon. But someone else is here. Is Teresa still alive? I guess she's alive for a little bit still. Mother, please get up. It's bad. She's lost too much blood. Alright, let's get there quickly. I can see lights in the darkness. Is that your launch over there? Let's get there quickly. Alright. So they get to the launch in the next hour. Rose? Document discovered. Final report. Alright, good. They row frantically toward the sleek launch anchored offshore. Bullets zip past them, splashing into the water. Suddenly the shooting stops. They reach the launch and scramble aboard. The deck is a grim sight. Bodies of British and Japanese soldiers lie rotting in the sun. Union Jack flies their mast. The Navy, they're here! Yay. There's nothing left for me there. Not for me. Jerry's gone. Vita, everyone. Then we go. I have contacts in London. We can fresh start, new names, new lives. Alright. Why is there more still? Lucas Sterling guns the engines, and the boat turns toward the open sea, leaving the nightmare of Goodwill Plantation behind. Alright, so let's see what this document is about. Final report. Mr. Goodwill, I have concluded my investigation into the events at Goodwill Plantation. The truth is stranger than the official report suggested. Your father, Jeremiah, did pass away on that night. It was not the Japanese who killed him, nor was it the curse of the pearls or the green mist. It was a tragedy born of desperation and misguided occultist beliefs. However, I have life-changing news for you. What? Your sister Loon did not perish in the fires of the colonial records state. My visions show her escaping the island on a private launch with her father's second wife, Rose, and a man named Lucas Sterling. They made it to safety. She could still be alive, Mr. Goodwill. They were attempting to escape back to England under a new identity. She chose to leave that life behind, but I want to believe she survived. I hope you find her. Let's click this button. We have done it, good Mr. Goodwill. The spirits have spoken, and the truth is finally laid bare. Your sister Loon wasn't lost to the flames. She survived that night. She escaped the plantation with Lucas Sterling, and I'm hoping she found a new life here in England. She chose to disappear not out of fear, but to survive, to start anew. Okay, I guess that's the end. It feels like we're missing a lot of stuff still, but you know what? We completed the game. Didn't expect that, actually. I thought it'd be longer. Oh, thanks for the daily door, the docent. Hope you're having a good day. I feel like I kind of just, like, rushed the end a little bit. Because it just, like, a lot of these stories, they're very wordy. So, a lot of the time, I just lose patience with trying to sift through a lot of conversation. Where we're not getting any, like, I'm get invested in the mystery itself. And start being, like, and start just focusing on that and start caring less about the characterizations. Oh look, they're trying to make her a thing though. Delphine will be back. I do wonder if there's like more we can fill in. It does feel like the launch thing, it should have more. You lost the plot with the skipping and skimming. You lost it? Yeah, there's a lot of jumping around in this one. It makes it feel difficult to keep track of what's happening a little bit. Especially the timestamps, because you have to go by place instead of by timestamp, and I don't know. I think it could be done a little better. I feel like, are we just like a black screen now? Is there no like, what happens next? Like if I refresh, what happens? So this is the last thing we saw. There's still stuff to clear out, it looks like. So I guess we might as well... Alright, let's see who's still alive at this point. So Cynthia Seville, we still don't know what Cynthia found. Is she still carrying around anything? Alright, where did the handwritten letter belongs to Rose. It was in the master bedroom here, right? But no one ever comes back in here to pick it up. So I don't know why that the handwritten letter matters at all. I guess it's supposed to be Rose's suicide message or something like that, even though she ended up not dying. Right. There must be more stuff that happens here then. Alright. There is something here. Somebody's here. Dieter? Who is here at this point at night? So this is just before what's his name dies. Alright, so Rose and Vitalina go somewhere. But where? Maybe they go to the observation deck. Yeah. Rose, I must confess something. I was in your room earlier. In my quarters, whatever for. I saw the letter. The one upon the vanity. Rose, were you really planning on ending it all? It was merely a passing fancy. So you wrote those words merely to give him a fright? I wanted him to find it, blah blah blah. Men like Jeremiah, they do not save things, my dear, they only acquire them. And it turns out I was wrong about Cynthia, she's not so bad after all. Did you truly invite her into your own bedchamber? I just thought it would really infuriate him. A bit of spite to seize in the evening. Alright. I do suspect Cynthia will be joining us once she has concluded her business with Jerry. I shall see you at breakfast. Alright, well, there's nothing here anymore. We've cleared that. So, veranda. Who's here at the veranda? Is there anyone here? There's someone here. But with who? Alright, let's try one of these. See if we can find someone doing anything here. I mean, like, it's unlikely, but... Like, there's clearly someone here, but... who? I wish I could open her timeline from here, because I can't, like... I think that's what makes it kind of difficult, right? I can't go to the character's timeline from the place where I need to select characters. I have to go here. Alright. So... She left the workers' quarters at some point. I don't know where she went. Did she go back to the kitchen? Maybe. Curse him, curse that wretched frightening man. What is he doing? He's not... God in heaven, Kanan, you utter fool. Okay, so Kanan goes to the jungle entrance here, and this is when this happens. So he suspected it was pirates. I guess he made a mistake. I'm like, why did he suspect pirates? Why is he going here? Because he's here. Oh, he's doing his rounds. So there is someone here, but who? Like, we're still missing a person. Somehow. How do we track someone when we can't... Alright, thank you for closing on me. Babalia and Antao. I doubt I have a photo of him. Need to think outside the box of want to be able to piece together his movements. I mean, that's how we're supposed to, right? So he was in the chapel here. Emerges from below the altar. So that's what she found. I don't know what happened to her though. She kind of just vanished. Alright. The lock is already open. She examines the trapdoor. Dust is settled. Someone was here not long ago. Alright. She descends into the darkness, but then what? Alright, so she doesn't have the biohazard sample anymore. She doesn't have the pearls anymore. What does she have? She doesn't have anything. We don't know what happened to Ludwig Harrow either. Alright, he collapsed with the... Okay. So, Dieter dies here. Alright. I must go through the kitchen window and sneak around the back to the boathouse. It is our only chance. So, something happened in the kitchen. Alright, nothing left in the kitchen. Kanan is hit multiple times. Alright, by gunfire. That's how he died. Alright, they vault over Kanan's body and spread towards the boathouse, and that's where that happens. Alright, let's try to clear out some of this. There's someone here. Someone here. So the shaman is here. So shaman is here, and then they went here, and then they went here. So where do they go between these, and what were they doing? We need to find an item. Alright, we know where... Okay, so we basically know where he was until he died. This is where he died. So we know everything about Jiro Tanaka, it seems. We don't... Okay, we know where she is. Can you literally just not clear this out? With... What was his name? Babalian... Oops. Babalian Antiao or something like that? Man, why do they make it so hard to find his name? Babalian Antiao, or Antao. There's no way to confirm it though. How do I make the game decide it's fine? Like I know who's here. I get it. Alright. We still don't know where Dieter and Asia are during this sequence. Where is this Bones room? Why would they be in Bones room? Chapel. Why is there no way to see all the locations at once? Please. Lucas's boat. So there is someone here at this entrance at this point in time, seems. So it's probably the Babalian again. Alright, so study. What happened in the study here? Alright, what's this time look like? This is 4. So only people missing are Ludwig Harrow, Asia, and Edward Bonfire. In the study. Alright, Asia's gotta be somewhere. We know she died, like, by the time it's here. She's dead, right? Why isn't she showing up as deceased on this list? She's already dead. She died at 2. Like, she should be here and deceased. How do I mark her as deceased? How? Also, I don't know. Why are they gone? Why is no one here anymore? This only goes up to 8 o'clock, but for some reason, this goes all the way up to here. So there's definitely nothing on any of these. So it's just there. It's just there. So you don't know where the end is at the beginning of the game, I guess. Alright. So... let's see. Okay, someone showed up onto this here. Okay. So... This is where... The dude shows up. Babality. So he visits this, well, he visits it? Someone does. Like, there's no one else available, so he must have showed up onto this ship at some point, which means that he came with them on this ship, maybe? But no, he's not here in this, so he checked out the ship? When did he do that? How did he do that? But that's what happened. Okay, so he was here in the boathouse. So he was in the chapel, and then I guess he left the chapel or something. Or he was still in the chapel. Then he went to the boathouse. Then he went onto the ship, and then he went back to the boathouse. And then what? Where did he go next? Oh, I accidentally clicked a thing. What did I click? Okay, Cynthia was here. Why was Cynthia here? Cynthia's the villain, Vitalina Petrovsky. Alright. Catch up to her. Who's her? Alright. Rose Goodwill stumbles across the croquet lawn, sobbing hysterically. She trips over a brass hoop and sprawls onto the grass. Alright, this is after they find out that he's dead. He's gone as you are doing your vile, wretched undoing. Black ash begins to rain down harder. Who in the blazes are you truly? You were right to be suspicious. I'm not who I say I am, but that does not matter now. What matters is that we are in grave danger. The Japanese have made landfall. We must muster the others to the study. Alright, so... that happened. Okay, so yeah, she popped in, and then they chase after her, and I guess they found her on. They ended up on the croquet lawn. Sure. And then they go to the study and wait, Vita? So they set the clubhouse on fire. Then they go to the study. Alright. Jerry? He's dead. Comedy Vera, as I come to collect a debt of blood and I find everyone is doing my work for me. Stop, have you no respect? Okay, so they run towards the clubhouse, and then it explodes, and then that happens. Okay. Alright, he lights it with a lighter, pulls from his pocket, and then it goes into Jeremiah's breast pocket. I believe this is yours. This is the last time Ludwig Harrow was here. He cannot be filled after that anymore. Okay. So there's someone else here. But who? Alright, this is... so he goes here. Who's here at 10 o'clock? Who showed up at 10 o'clock? She's not carrying anything still, is she? Huh? Hello? A superior officer pockets the lighter and walks out of the room. Interesting. That's a nice Dunhill. Gold-plated. So this is a person we don't know. There is definitely still more here, but I don't know if... we hit credits, so I don't know if the game wants me to do this or not. Man, I wish the game would just give me an in-game way of tracking where dude was. So someone's here. Why is Asia still available? She's dead. We know she's dead. Did she come back somehow? Did she somehow survive? What happened? Alright, the lighter should still be here, so... No? What is happening? Why is no one here? Alright. Ludwig Harrow goes through the corpse's effects. What do we have here? Ludwig Harrow gestures to his men to get the corpse out of here. He comes out, poses himself, holstering his weapon, putting his vest back on. Alright, so something happened here. Corpse? Whose corpse? He finds a key to the passageway and pockets it. Alright. We found it. We found it. We found a thing. Whose corpse? Oh. Oh. The what's his name dies here. So we got a key to the passageway. Alright. Alright. Now we can use this to track people. Alright. So, boathouse. The shaman stands on the jetty of the boathouse, shielding his eyes from the sun. Where did you come from? A launch? Anchored so far? This is all very clear. He makes the decision. The shaman unmoors the raft and begins to paddle out toward the launch. Yes, as we guessed, as we surmised. And he gets to it. Project Mist report. Alright. Spirits of the sea, what happened here? A weapon? The mist? I must return. This information will prove very valuable. Alright. Project Mist report. Unconfirmed suspected chemical trial by IJN unit off the coast. Rapid necrosis of marine life. Mild hallucinations in humans. The mist is a weapons test. Sample has been acquired. Alright. Jungle entrance. So he died somehow. Harrow, belay that. This... Oh, the shop... Okay. This cannot be the design the Raja has intended. The state will be utterly worthless if you put it to the torch. The oysters, but the pearls, they are worthless. The pearls are tainted. Rust? It was merely oxidized iron. The triads, please, Okay. So what now? Guess over here. Alright, where is it? They said the rations were stored here. The shaman strikes the match to light a candle. The sudden flare illuminates the shaman's face, weathered and lined, and reflects sharply in a dust-covered mirror. Finally, peace. A ghost image of the shaman. Okay. We have his face now! Finally! Alright. Goddamn. Babalian Antio. Alright. Good, good, good. Babalian Antio, you are here. And then he goes here. Touch to his hand. Okay, there's nothing left here. We also gonna do this here. Jesus. You're just as much of an idiot as the rest of them. There's nothing wrong with the pearls. Bone is too cheap to buy new cages. He's using the old iron from the 20s. They're rusting in the water and staining the pearls. That red swirl is nothing but common corrosion bleeding into the nacre. It's pathetic, really. Rust? It was merely oxidized iron. Alright. And that's the death of Babalian Antiao. More stuff happens in here, though, so we'll figure that out. Veranda. No one's here that I know of. Alright, the rations are stored here. Noise from the boathouse. Okay, nothing happened here of note. I guess he's back here, though. Tight like a grave. Nothing else here. He locates the hidden latch. With a soft click, he slides open the panel that leads to the clubhouse, and that's why the clubhouse has someone in it here. Pirates here. Hero, what is he doing here? Why go to the trouble of getting Jeremiah poisoned quietly to avoid suspicion only to send this brute? Alright. We might as well do this part as well, since we're here. Alright, have you found the answer? It is not the land that is sick, it is the master. Can you lift it? Alright. Takes the vial. Alright, no one's here. Alright. Alright, where's stuff happening in the church? Is it here? No. Alright. Please tell me where someone shows up at the church. Alright. I guess she was here still. Emerges from the trapdoor, dragging a heavy wooden crate. She pries it open. Inside, nestled in oilcloth, are hail rockets. Alright, sitting ducks, not on my watch. Ooh. She jams the match against the wall, lights the fuse, fire in the hole. There's only one sitting duck. Alright, she's still in here. I can make a run for it, try to swim. Alright. Let's make the king proud. The cavalry, the bloody navy is here. And is she still here? She's still here. Alright. It's a single perfect pearl. The red swirl inside catches the light glowing like a dying ember. Rolls it between her fingers. Thoughtful. A souvenir lest we forget. I'm Cynthia Seville, MI5. I have all the information about what transpired here tonight, but first I need a bath and a gin pahit. I'll brief you. You go clean up and meet me at 10 AM sharp for a debriefing. Alright. So she actually goes back to the guest house here. Let's see. She carefully places the pearl on the countertop as she gets dressed. I shall leave her there to the solitude of the ladle bath. Alright. So that's cleared. What are we missing? Babalian Ti is here. Madness, the tobacco fields are right there. He breaks cover. Alright. So something else happens in this clubhouse at some point. Ah. Hello. Hello, Cynthia. Alright, so someone's here. I guess she goes to the clubhouse? No? Who's here? Excuse me, is there another person that's here that we haven't found yet? Also, why is Asia still alive here? Like, why is she still showing up? She's dead. You're dead, girl. Alright. So a bunch of people are here, or like, available still that we haven't found. Alright. You're okay. These two are in the workers' quarters for some reason. Alright. She picks up binoculars and takes a good look at their surroundings. Okay, so that's where we got the binoculars. Jungle entrance is spotted the darkness. Alright. So they spotted them. When did this happen? It was just after they discovered the body, it seems like. Oh, no. At the time they discovered the body. Where were they before then? They were at Loon's room. In Loon's room? Where did they go then? They went to the guest house. Yeah. Alright, we still don't know what the deal is with Bones' room. Like, what the heck? Man. why is this here ever? There's literally no reason to be here. No one was ever in there. What? What's the point? Alright. They're still here in the guest house. They busted the quarters and spread toward the main house. I think my game glitched out with respect to Asia. She's supposed to be dead, and she's just not appearing anywhere anymore. Alright. It's not you? Alright, so there's someone in here, but I don't know who it is. People in the clubhouse still. Alright, veranda. There is someone here. Alright, so Babelion's at the railway. I'm guessing none of these are anything. I guess I just gotta ignore Asia. Because she's just not here anywhere. I mean, maybe she's still alive. Alright. So there's still someone that's moving around. Alright, so they were in the jungle entrance for 2 ticks, I guess? Okay. She reaches out and closes Asia's eyes shut. Poor girl, you're a long way from the kitchen. I wonder what you were doing all the way up here. What's this then? Misreport. She finds Babelion Antiao. We got the misreport again. Well, that's a spot of luck. Maybe not everything was a total washout after all. Okay, so we finally have a thing, and also you have a new location. Alright, cemetery. Finally, we have something to track people with. So Pearl, I guess she owns it now. The owner of an item can be deceptive sometimes. The pearl should be owned by Bone or Jeremiah in theory, but it was Cynthia for so long. It is imbued with her essence. Sure. And this belonged to... I guess this belonged to Lucas, right? Alright, so now we have the cemetery. So, Pearl. Alright, misreport. Excuse me, Corporal. Could you point me to the Sergeant Miller? Alright. We got Corporal. Excuse me. We got Sergeant Miller. Stanley. Alright, we need to find faces, and then there's a private as well. Alright, so this is definitely the rest of the stuff. Alright. So Clubhouse. We can track people using the pearl now. Maybe? Or where did the pearl go? Chapel. Into her pocket and lights a cigarette, inhaling deeply. Alright, Commander by the veranda is not shocked as easily. Alright, veranda. So there's someone here. But who? Alright, Dieter was here confronting Teresa. Alright, so You brought pirates to our doorstep. Okay, so yeah, Dieter was the one that caused the pirates to show up. Okay. And then the rest should be pretty empty until we get the end, when the Navy shows up. Hello. Mm. How are we still missing cemetery stuff? Is there anybody showing up here at all? I mean, I guess... Who's missing? Who is not here? I guess it's like all these other people, but I don't have photos or anything of them, so what do I do? Alright, so there's people here. But who? And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, okay. Babalion is here. Alright, there's nothing left here. Okay, that's good. I don't have to go through everything. Is Seville even here? I don't know. Alright, where do I find out the rest? How do I find out stuff? Jungle entrance still has something here. There we go, lighter. I forgot we got lighter here. All right, so we'll track someone around using lighter. No. The heck? They picked, okay, so they got it at 10. So it has to be later than that. Pockets the lighter, so they did take the lighter. There you go. Superior officer and his lieutenant arrive by the perimeter fence. They're greeted by a man and his escort of Iban warriors in traditional loincloths. Dear Raja, we didn't expect to see the rock flag. Not here to protect anything, you're here for real estate. Alright, that doesn't help us. Who is this person? Where did the pearl go? I'm clearly missing something, so... But I don't know how to get it. Why is Asia still alive? Why is Asia still pickable? The man's a ghost from the 19th century and he's still trying to outmaneuver the Admiralty. Or the Admiralty. Is there something I'm missing that I can do? Oh, secluded beach. Okay, apparently I was supposed to actually, or it like the note appeared somewhere. All right, where's secluded beach? There it is. All right, now we know stuff. All right. There you go. Is all in readiness, Asia. The jungle track. Blah blah blah. You must ensure the company remains at the table in the dining room. Asia turns and slips away into the undergrowth. Alright. Alright, so Asia stumbles here. This is where she got injured, or she's getting injured, yeah. Wait by the rocks, we will sail a whale. You promised, you liar, you left me, used me, you left me. And this is where she dies, okay. And then Dieter finds her here. Where's the launch? Where's the signal flare? We were penned in the... Okay. Then out to the uncaring sea, the Rogers are distracted. Game's only just begun. I've been played for fool. Alright, and then he's still here. Alright, and then there's nothing else here. Alright. Well, that didn't incredibly help me. But now... Oh, concentrate. The weapon memories is complete. I feel the resonance strengthening. It's pulling me beyond the island. The survivors, Lucas, Loon, and Rose, I can see their path. They didn't just escape, they endured a long, harrowing journey back to England. I've unlocked a new pathway and maps their return voyage. I can now follow them across the sea. Oh! Oh, I guess there's a part 2! Alright, let's, I guess, take a screen cap of this. Because I'm gonna be using it for a thumbnail later. How do I... What's the best way to thumbnail that? Alright, guess we'll continue this, on Thursday. I guess we weren't done. I don't know how much is left. What should I paste this into? Do I have Earthen View? I don't have Earthen View. How to paste? You know what, let's just paste it into Obsidian. I did have this open. It's fine. Did that do what I think it did? Let's try that again. Red Pearls. Alright. I don't know what's going on there. That didn't work out. But yeah, I guess we'll be continuing this on Thursday. I didn't expect this to be as long as it is. I mean, I guess I expected a post game, but I didn't expect this to happen. Alright, I guess that is gonna be it for tonight. We gotta end now. There's no way we're gonna continue further. This is like literally actual post game. But anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. I guess we know what we're doing next stream. I'm having fun here. I was really confused why Asia was not marked as dead for a while. Mario! Thanks for still being here and for claiming the throne again to make sure that you win in the end. But thank you all so much for hanging out. For those of you on YouTube, thank you all for being here. Yeah, the rest of us on Twitch are gonna go find something to raid, so have a good night. Later. Bye. I don't really have much to say. Later. Bye. Okay, so let's